Alright, well, I ain't got no cams, so we're gonna rock it. Third person streaming, because there's no cams made for this track. Unfortunately. Ow. Alright. Well, I think UID for the OpenC class should be soon. Go ahead and do that a while. Simulator real quick. Oops. Alright, well. Alrighty. Alright, UID grabs in 3 minutes for the OpenC shredders. I just realized that my stream's up and I'm looking at the chat. Oh well. Alright, let's exit out that. Exit out that. And we'll keep this up for points. Alright, so going into OpenC, looks like Jerome, cool, I want to call him something else. It looks like Jerome is going to have this title. So congrats to him. Theo Carpentier is close. And it's been a hot minute. So everything's so much different from when I was streaming at round 4. Go ahead and switch to that real quick. Hop back in the server. Oh, can't type, can I? And I still can't type. Jesus, I can't type at all. I'm awful. One minute to the OpenC UID Grabber Road. Here in the booth with Mr. Click Click Click, also known as Lewis Lens. Like I was saying earlier, I don't have any cams, so we're just rocking third person. So, deal with it. All around me are familiar faces. Alright, just grab the lowercase UIDs for OpenC riders. Alright. Hey, there's still a really good turnout for the OpenC, or just for EMF in general. 20. We had like about 25 riders in both classes yesterday. We had like about 22 plus riders in both pro classes yesterday. And we even got, we're still in the 20s here. We're going to get the site lab going here for the Open C class. Oh, poor Lennart having a struggle right now trying to get his gate. That always sucks, doesn't it? Alright, who we got in this, though? We have Tristan Judd, Hugo Lennard, Danny Brandenhorst, Jerome Facquar, Hawame Vera, Alexander Aguazi Lagervis, Kenny Verapos, Tim Volt, David Maspere, Bu Delabele, Mitchell Bam Bam Bounce, Charlie Jim, Martin Yunez, Lennart Newtons, Brian Contrell, Magnus Hastrup, Tony Laguerre, Fabris Advice, Jeremy Mancu, Vladimir Maravec, Rise Harris, Arnie Hermans, Letty Karen. Rounds out your Open C class. I hope I said those names somewhat correct. I'll get past my Open C rider. Oh, fumble it. Come on. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, Lewis, that doesn't matter. Oh, so we're getting a restart. Land it. Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, we go. First race of the day is lined up and ready to rock and roll. Like I said, I don't have any cams. So, unfortunately, for that, we're going to go with Vladdy Karen off the start. Looks like he has a decent... Oh, God, I'm behind the thing. I think he got a bad jump. Oh, it's going to be Lagervis with a heck of a holy. Oh, he slides it in. Rips a fat one. So it's Lagervis out front. Your points leader, and I'm pretty sure championship winner, Fat Quar. I guess that's what we're going to call him. I want to call him Fat Queer, but that'd be rude. Oh. Alright. Third, we got Arnie Hermans. Looks like Verapost and Viewer side by side. I was expecting dualies, but I forgot this is Open C. They do not whip. Oh, third and fourth guy almost. Really close there. Kenny's taking a nice little advancement line as View's trying to run up this side of Arnie Hermans on the slower 250 in this sand, and he's going to blow past him on that Husqvarna 450. Arnie's coming back. Takes the inside. He's got to run here. Side view. Looks like he's just going to file in behind him here. And Arnie's on that clutch a lot. Oh, Arnie's jumping in. He's all over the back of View Delabelle. It looks like our leader went down. Lagervis makes a mistake, but Lagervis is going to take the lead right back from... I don't know how to say this guy's name. Jerome? That's what we're going with. Jerome now is going to sneak to the inside line as Lagervis slides out and loops out and takes out third. And love Open C. Looks like Brandenhorst. Brandenhorst? Yeah, that's about right. Danny Brandenhorst now runs in the 6th spot. So it's going to be Jerome out front, you in second, Lagervis third, Arnie Hermans fourth, Kenny Verapost our Poest, I guess you gotta say it, is in 5th. Looks like somebody went over the berm. That would have been Lagavus, your early race leader. And now Arnie goes down in the wave section. So Jerome now is checking out to a nice little lead as Delabay now settles into the 2nd spot. Where Poest is getting all sorts of sketchy, does not go legs off. Arnie gets all sketchy, he doesn't go legs off. But that's going to be Danny Brandon horse now, going from 6th to 3rd, just like that. And out of nowhere, we see Tristan Judd into 5th. They now come around, starting with the 3rd lap. Well, let me actually get the message lines off real quick. Get that going one more time. Alright, so it's Jerome out front, just ran on 146.9. Delabay is giving him a chase, run for his money right now, 147.5. They have opened up a huge gap back to 3rd, which is Brandon Horst. So, oh, he's all sorts of sketchy. He's off the track. Tristan Judd now is chasing him down. As we have your top 250 rider, I'm pretty sure, which is and Arnie Herman's in 6th. Using that clutch as much as possible. Oh, unfortunate for him, he goes down. Actually, I don't know if there is another 250 rider. Oh, we found one right here, yeah. Vladdy Caron, he's in 11th. He's another 250 rider. He's got another one behind him. Is Brian Cantrell's running one. You can see his wheels for some reason. I don't have anybody's skins, actually, unfortunately. Somebody's Yamaha. Man, Lagervis has dropped all the way down to 19th. And I forgot to mention earlier, but we are joined in the booth by Austin Bear, as he hasn't really said anything. But
I'm in mute right now.
yeah, but he's okay. Alright, so Jerome now is coming across for the 4th lap, or coming to start his 4th lap, I guess. Runs a 148.8, so definitely expect to see this guy in the amateur class very soon, as he's kind of, I think he's been dominating the C class, so expect to see him up there soon. He's running some good laps for a C guy, I'm not gonna lie. Back at 2nd, it's Delabay. Still, Judd still giving him a chase, as Judd actually just ran the fastest lap of the race at a 145.3. We have a first look at Vera here from Spanish MX Gamers in the 4th spot. Kenny Verapoist. I always call him Very. I don't know why, but it's Verapoist. Verpoist. I don't know. Close enough, right? Anyways, he's in 5th, so he rounds out your top 5. As Brandon Horse is giving him a run for his money on his. Really wanted to say something about a horse, but it just wouldn't have really worked out. But it looks like Bam Bam goes down. So unfortunately, he's gonna get passed by Hermans, and I think Muniz actually slips past. As Cantrell's trying to run to the inside here, we got a battle of the 250s between Arnie and Cantrell, and Arnie goes down. That's going to allow Cantrell and Tony Ligar to sneak all through there. And as crazy as it sounds, we're already halfway through this moto, and looks like this battle for the lead's really starting to tighten up here, as Jerome's lead now is down to only 1.9, as Delabay has been running him down and bringing Tristan Judd with him. They're going to be starting their 5th lap. I want to see what Jerome runs here compared to Delabay and Judd's lap. And Judd goes down. Oh, man. He was so close to getting into this battle for the lead. So it looks like Jerome runs a 153 to, Delabay's fastest lap of the race of a 146 flat. So this battle for the lead now is going to be shaping up to see if Delabay can really get close to him to where he can make a pass. Oh, Jerome slides it out. Now Delabay goes into the lead. Looks like Delabay might be the faster guy here in this race. Definitely has a lap times to prove it. Jerome has been your, I would have to say, your dominant open C rider throughout this year, from what I can see from points and the first couple rounds I streamed. All taking a nice conservative line through there. Like Judd now is going to have some work to do. Judd also has the pace to win this class. At a 145.3, his lap time definitely ranks better than everybody else in this race. Let's have a look back back here, see who's all going on. Looks like Brandon Horse is really falling off the pace. He's back to the 13th position. He's in a battle with Magnus Hastrup, who's trying to sneak down the inside maybe. It looks like Brandon Horse is going to shut that down quickly. Hastrup back to the inside. Now he's on the outside. As he runs it around the outside, he's going to get past Brandon Horse. Looks like somebody's down in front of him. That's Valeti. They're going to sneak around him, so Valeti's going to lose almost 4 spots. Yeah, 4 spots. Oh, Brandon Horse is back all over Hastrup, whatever you want to say. Jeremy Moncu is in 11th. Looks like Magnus, though, is coming up there. He's back up to the front. Delabey is still up front. Jerome now is still giving him a run for his money, but Delabey slides out. Oh no. That was a weird one of them stupid legs off where the front end just goes and your immediate legs off. So unfortunately for Delabey, he's going to have to chase down Jerome again. And Judd now is back into this battle as the battle for 4th was going to be shaping up, that it went down, so unfortunately for that. Looks like Arnie on the 250s might be sneaking up into a top 5 battle here with, it looks like Juame Vera for Spanish MX Gamers. Bam Bam Bounce is in the 7th spot as Ryan Contrell, Munez, Ligar all battling right now for this 8th ride. And they're going to be sneaking up onto the back of Bam Bam Bounce here, running in the 7th position. Looks like Arnie's all over the back of Vera. Let's see if he can do anything. He's going to lose a lot of time here on this 250, I bet. Yeah, look at all the time right there. Vera just gained on him. Vera sneaks back in. Man, Hermans is still all over that clutch. Welcome, Gatlin, Harry Way, all to the stream. Sorry guys, I don't have any cams. This track didn't come with cams, so rocking the third stream, or the third person. But it looks like Vera goes down on the tough life. That's kind of how Herman's go around. Back up front, looks like Delabey is back into the lead, and he's actually stretched a pretty decent lead. He looks like he's gonna get another lap, unless he has 1,000 legs off. Oh, Jerome's down. So the first time this race, looks like Judd's gonna sneak up into 2nd. This looks like Delabey is gonna just get to the line about 13 seconds before the mark. I think this race is going for 10+1 if I'm correct. The only thing Delabey has got to work out now is the lappers that are going to be in front of him. Looks like he got a good lapper here, letting him by. Yep, gonna sneak around him. Judd's still grinding out back there, running in the 140 range. He definitely has the, I don't know, I would have to say he's probably the fastest one in this race, but he's probably a little bit more inconsistent than Delabey, as Delabey has been running just consistent laps in the 152 to 146 range all race. So we watched Delabey manage his way around this tricky and technical track this week of Assen. Tristan Judd is now 16 seconds behind him. He must have made a mistake somewhere. Looks like Hermans is still, actually no, he's down into the 5th spot. He's trying to get down to the 4th. And Herman's still all over that clutch. He's gonna have to replace his clutch after this moto. Jeez. That's all he does. He's using his clutch. It's insane. Like, it's not like he uses his brake. Like, he just grabs the clutch to stop. Like, what was that? Comes over the jump, grabs the clutch. I think Brian Contrell's actually on a 350 now that I hear. I'm assuming that Brian Contrell might be on this 350. Just because of the way it sounds. He's actually running down Tony Ligar, who's having a good moto here in the 6th position. Back up front, Delabey's coming to white flag. Yeah, the white flag. Judd sneaks around a lapper. Yes, I have, Harry. Ooh, Tristan get a little sauce out of it. Delave's just trying to get around this last lap here. Oh, Yandos, he almost went down. Don't want to give him any commentator's curse, so I'm actually going to spec off him. We're going to watch Tristan Judd try to run him down as Jerome's still just steadily getting his way around the track in third. He is going to be I think your champion. I'm almost positive he's going to be, because I think your second place rider in points was Theo Carpentier, and I see no sign of him. So your Open Sea champion is going to be that Jerome Facquar, MT Factory. On the other hand, though, Arnie Hermans is giving this 250 all it has as he runs in the 4th position. Thought Kenny Burapois was going to give him a run for his money right there, but he makes a big mistake. Back up front, it's Delabey with 6.7, so Delabey makes a mistake. Judd's going to end up winning this race. So let's watch Delabey go through these last few sections. Taking it nice and easy, doesn't want to risk anything. You can see the lead shrinking as Tristan is pushing. Hoping for a mistake out of you, Delabey. One more turn to go. Gets a little bit of a weird kick. Gets around it smooth. Has to get through the waves one more time. And Bu Delabey is going to be your winner here in the Open Sea Moto 1. As Tristan Judd, with an extra space between his first and second name for just who knows why, he's going to come across with a 1:45.6 the last lap. He's going to end up rounding out the top 2. Jerome Facquar from MT Factory looks like he's going to be getting a 3rd, as long as he gets through the waves one last time, nice and easy. Yeah, this is Moto 1, Fred man. The Open Sea class. Arnie Herman's going to come across in 4th on the 250. Shout out. Tony Legar is going to get a 5th. Kenny Burapois gets a 6th. Brian Cottrell, I'm assuming that's on a 350. Yeah, I got you guys. Let me... That should be a little bit better. Alright, so Brian Cottrell comes across in 7th. Bam Bam Bounce in 8th. Moncu is going to be getting a 9th. And Juame Vera is going to round out the top 10. Martin Nunez comes across in 11th. Lagervis, who had a great start to this race, I'm pretty sure he ripped the whole shot. He's still in a battle right now just for 12th. Horse has a run on him. It looks like it's going to be Lagervis to hold him off. Hugo Lenard's going to get a 14th. Rise Harris is in 15th. Lenard Nuttons, I don't know how to say his last name. 16th, Magnus Hastrup, who's in a battle up towards the front, I think, maybe about in the 12th position. Looks like he fell off the pace. May have had a little bit of a case of arm pumps. He's going to have to get some 2 thumb strong to get through these next motos. He's going to be coming across in 17th. Charlie Jim has a guy going backwards on the track, almost takes him out. He comes across in 18th, actually. He came across a long time ago. So cuts are in. It's going to be Bu, Judd, Facquar, Herman, Legar, Verpois, Contrell, Bounce, Moncu, and the guy that was in 10th, I think it was Vera. Pretty sure it was Vera, so he's in around the top 10. That's your Open Sea Division Moto 1. And on to Moto 2, I guess. Let's see if I can rip a whole shot on these guys. Getting out dragged by these 450s. Moto 2's already ready to start. Oh, looks like we got Freddie Carlson in here. Shout out the hashtag MGLB gang. MGLB gang is the newest running best hashtag trend in the world of MX Simulator. Hashtag more gas, less brake. Anyways, Moto 2 is already on the gate, so unfortunately for these guys, hopefully they had time to put some gas in their bikes because we're already going racing. Looks like Arnie Herman's on the 250. Has actually a really good start. He's going to get pinched, though. It's going to be Lagervist again. So Lagervist pulls 2 hole shots. But Delabey, your Moto 1 winner, he almost had the lead. Ligar's in a battle for the lead. Lagervist takes your early lead again. Yes, Harry White, I do have your stuff, by the way, so be thankful. As you should be a pro rider, as you're still in the amateur division of EMF. You pathetic. I'm just kidding. Tristan Judd, though, is in second, so this is a good opportunity for Judd to maybe put his name on the win list. I'm not sure if he's won a race yet. I assume that he probably has, but as I'm speaking of it, he's into the lead. Now, this is actually shaping up pretty good. Your best, I would have to say your top 2 Open C riders, or at least from Moto 1, are now first, and it looks like second as Ligar just, unfortunately, just gets anal raped by Trail. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on stream, but eh. Alright, so it's now going to be Delabey, your Moto 1 winner, out front, 1.7 seconds ahead of Tristan Judd, who was second in Moto 1, or yeah, Moto 1. And where is your third place finisher? He is stuck in 14th right now. So he has to now chase down this whole group of people. As Delabey was down, actually. He's all the way back into 10th. Check that. He's not going to be going up into 9th as a rider who's down. Probably make it 8th because this is Open C. Make it 7th. Why not? Because everybody's going down. But this is good for Tristan Judd. He definitely has the speed to win. Now he's out front. And we got a battle for second as Verpois just slams the door on Fabrice Avice. Man, I like that name. Fabrice Avice. Love it. He's running the Yamaha skin. Runs it down on the inside of Verpois. Can't make a pass. Oh, whoa! Mitchell Bam Bam Bounce just got absolutely wrecked by Avice. I think he hit the back of him, so it's kind of his fault. But Avice down on the inside of Verpois. Verpois sneaks back to the inside line. We got Hugo Lennard coming out of nowhere now, jumping up to his battle. We got a 3-way battle for second and a 3-way battle. Make it a 4-way battle for the 6th position. As Hermans is giving that 250. All he has is he going to throw dualies with Ligar. It looks like Ligar didn't really know how to. Whoa! Oh, Lord have mercy. They collide on the landing. It's going to be Ligar that goes down. Oh, Lagervist was completely backwards like the sky shot jump. I don't know what he was thinking. Hermans now is going to avoid a rider down. And this Open C class is just getting jam-packed with some great racing here. But it's going to be Judd out front, putting the hammer down. Running now a 12.8 second lead over Avice, who's having a great ride. And just like that, Facquar is already into the 4th position as he tries to make a run down on the inside of Montque. Herman's here, like I said, giving this 250 every little bit of thing he has. That actually might be a 350 now that I think about it. Just hearing the bike this race, I could have swore he was on a 250 last moto. As I'm looking for his name here, Arnie Hermans. Yeah, that is a 350 Arnie is running. I could have swore he was on a 250, and I think he might have been on a 250 because he just looped out in the Austin Bear section. So he's going to get back up and running. Kenny Verpois is going to pass him. Ooh, that's bad. Ooh, Tristan Judd's lead is slowly dropping. So Avice is either putting the hammer down or Judd's not used to being out front. As Judd runs a 148. So that's about 3 seconds off of what he was running the first moto. So I'd like to see if he can pick it up, maybe run away with this thing. Or I would also like to see maybe Avice put the hammer down and catch up to him. As Avice runs a 152. Facquar with a 148.5. Montque comes across the line with a 153. And Delabey runs a 146. He slices and dices his way back up through the top 5, and he's right now into the 4th position. He's going to be trying to run down your championship. I want to say leader, but I'm pretty sure he won the title. But I want to say you are your champion Jeremy Facquar. Yeah, he won the championship because Theo Carpentier was like, I think already too much behind him, and he's not even here. So your champion, Jeremy Facquar, he's gonna give him a run for his money. Ooh, Della Bay getting some nice lines going there. I like to see the creativity in this open C class. He's already knocked down the gap between him and Facquar greatly, and now it's down to 1.4. Judd still keep maintaining a solid lead, but Facquar is actually chasing down Advice. I always want to call him Advice, but it's actually Advice. No D there. But we're already halfway through this thing. Judd's gonna be coming on to lap 5. I think this moto should go right around the 10 lap, maybe 10 lap mark. I'm pretty sure. As Judd now is 6 minutes into this race, he's gonna be entering the 5th lap. He runs his fastest lap of the race. So I'm pretty sure the fastest lap out of anyone, and I'm gonna stand corrected. As Della Bay has a 146.2, and I think Della Bay is actually on a good lap, so I'm interested to see what he's on. Well, he gets a great drive there. A 143? Oh my gosh.
That's faster than my time when he's in open C.
I did not expect that at all from Della Bay. He runs a great pass on Facquar. Man, I had no idea that Della Bay was going to run a 143. I was thinking maybe a 145. But, geez, all right. 143.1, as a matter of fact. Almost a 142. So, looks like Della Bay trying to make his point here in the last few rounds of this open C class. He's already coming up on the 2nd place. That'd be Advice. But don't let Facquar, you're not going to push him around. He's your open C champion. He knows how to get the job done as he runs it down the inside of Della Bay. Della Bay tries to cut over. Facquar knocks him out of the rut. He gets a little front wheel lock. Facquar is going to sneak back to the inside. He's going to follow Della Bay here. They're all over the back of Advice. Everyone's taking the same line there. Facquar gets into the braking bumps a little bit, but he's going to save it and be all right. Hermans is right behind these guys in 5th, too, on the 350. And all these guys are slowly creeping up onto just Tristan Judd, whose lead down is down to 5 seconds. And with the pace that Della Bay is running, and I'm pretty sure Facquar is running Della Bay's pace, I'd love to see what Facquar's lap is. And I think Della Bay just made the pass on Fabrice, and Facquar follows him. So this battle between Facquar and Della Bay is amazing. Those two are just going together up through the pack. So Facquar's had to slow up just a little bit for Della Bay, but I think this is still going to be his fastest lap of the race. Indeed, it is a 146.6. And all of a sudden, Arnie Hermans just ran a 142. Arnie Hermans on the 350 runs a 142 out of nowhere. He now takes over your fastest lap of the race. And all of a sudden, just like that, he's in the 3rd position. As Della Bay went down at the end of this section. Man, so out of nowhere, Vice goes down in the 4th position. But Hermans is on the man on a mission. A 142.7 on a 350. Not saying that it's, you know, insanely different from a 450, but definitely not as fast. And Hermans is putting down the hammer. Comes down to the inside. He does make a little bit of a mistake. I can literally hear you typing in the background to the Twitch chat.
Deal with it.
9 minutes into this race, Judd's led this thing almost this entire way. And honestly, I can honestly say that like Judd he's kept his composure because he has a 4.5 second lead, and he's kept a pretty decent amount lead all race. But I'd love to see what's going to end up happening here in these last couple laps. Actually, I thought this race was going to go for about 10 laps. So I'm going to take that back. This race is only going to go about 7 laps or 8 laps. So yeah, because it's going to go 8 laps. So Judd's coming on to the finish line. He's not going to get the 10-minute point, so they're going to have 2 laps to go here. 2 laps to go for Tristan Judd. Jerome Fat Quar just ran his fastest lap of the race, 145. So these guys are all picking it up here in the second moto. Hermans runs a 156, so he had a bunch of mistakes. Delabey had the legs off a few times this lap, so he's going to end up coming across the line with a 204, unfortunately. Oh, Moncu runs into Leonard. Brian Cantrell runs into him. And the guy that gets away free is Tony Ligar. He runs to 6 now. So Moncu gets back going. Cantrell's, I don't know what he's doing, but he's taking a hotline there to get back on the track. Back up front, though, the battle for the lead's on. So Fat Quar now is taking over the race lead from Tristan Judd. Tristan Judd's led this whole thing. He's pretty much led from the first lap. So now this is going to be a test to see if Judd really wants this win or not. Because to lead this whole thing and get past like this with pretty much a lap and a half to go. He's already making some mistakes, so he could be a little bit flustered. He's still pushing though.
Yeah,
I mean, Judd is pushing. And Fat Quar's got to get around a couple lappers. He's got a lapper right in front of him. Judd is pushing. They're coming onto the white flag. Oh man, Judd's so sketchy. But I love it right now. He wants this win. This lapper's in the way. Oh, Fat Quar goes down. Judd gets the miracle that he wanted. So now he's back into the lead and in control of this race, entering the white flag lap. So now all up to him. All you gotta do is stay safe behind these lappers, and he will end up having this win. He's got a lapper though right in front of him. Now I'm gonna find out who that is. That's gonna be Danny Brandenhorst, who is holding up your race leader. Tristan Judd. Man, Judd's still just trying to get around him without taking himself down or him down. Oh my gosh. Danny Brandenhorst did not want to move, but it's not going to end up mattering. He stays up on the bike, but the lead's going to be down to 3.8. Can Fat Quar run down Judd on this last lap to upset Judd's chances of winning the second moto? Looks like Fat Quar's got one lapper in his way, and then he will be a man on a mission as Fat Quar makes a big mistake that's going to open up Judd's lead again. Tristan Judd still holding it down. He's got a few lappers to get around. This is going to be interesting. Will these lappers move? Who's going to end up winning this race? Is it going to be Judd? Is it going to be Fat Quar? It's about a legs off distance between each other. Looks like Delabey is down again. And Arnie Hermans now slips into the 4th position. And like I said, I wanted to give a big shout out to Fabrice of Vice running a great race right now in the 3rd position. He only has a 147, but consistency has been the key. And I want to say Tristan Judd snuck his way around those few lappers. And he's just going to... oh, no! Judd! Judd is down! Tristan Judd has gone down in the rhythm section before the finish. That's going to allow Fat Quar to get close. Oh, and Fat Quar goes down. Oh, man. Just as I thought it was going to be a great finish. Both of them go down in the last few sections. Judd has to sneak around a few lappers. Man, but Tristan Judd's going to end up winning this race. Man, that was crazy. They both did about the exact same type of crash, too. So, but it's going to be Tristan Judd with your Moto 2 win. It's going to be Fat Quar coming across in 2nd. Tristan Judd's going to end up winning your overall here in the Open C class at Assen with a 2-1. Fat Quar is going to end up going 3-2. Vice gets a 3rd, only 4 seconds behind him. And Arnie Hermans brings it around in 4th with the fast lap of the race. Delabey is going to end up going 1-5 for 3rd overall, I want to say. Tony Ligar gave him a run for his money. Now in the 6th spot, Brian Cantrell and Vera are coming down to the line. Looks like Cantrell has the spot and the advantage over Vera, and he's going to end up holding on for the 7th position. Kenny Verapois, who was running up front early in this race, slips back into the 9th spot. Hugo Leonard is going to come across in 10th, and Jeremy Moncu looks like he's going to end up getting 11th. So rounding out your top 10, that was Hugo Leonard. In 11th, it's going to be Jeremy Moncu. Magnus Hastrup is going to be coming across in 12th. Rise Harris goes down in 13th. He has a very safe distance over Mitchell Bam Bam Bounce, who is in the 14th spot. So Tobias Harris is going to end up coming across in 13th. Bounce is going to get a 14th. As long as he doesn't go down, actually, Vladimir Moravik is actually right there. So if Bounce can just sneak his way to the finish line, he should be all right, which I'm assuming he's going to end up doing. So it's going to be Bounce 14th, Moravik 15th. David Maspere is going to be getting a 16th. Lagervis, who pulled 2 hole shots today, he's going to end up getting a 17th. And it's going to be Newton's 18th, Charlie Jim 19th, and Vladdy Kieran in the 19th spot. Brando Horse ended up DCing. So Judd's going to get your win. Cuts does not change anything in the top 10. So that has been your Open C Moto 2 here from Assen's. So next up, it's going to be your 250 amateur division here at Assen's. Actually, oddly enough, Gatlin, I had actually moved my mouse before I even saw your comment, actually. I noticed it, like, right before it. I think I'm the only one on the... Wait. Oh, I am. As we wait for the... Do I D-grab for the 250s? This track was alright this week. I mean, a lot of people had mixed feelings about it. It's a sand track. It is what it is. I mean, obviously sand tracks aren't they're not my favorite, at least. I'm a sketch ball right now. See if I can front flip this. Ugh. Easy. Make it 2. Oh, there we go. Come on. Oh, what? Oh, man. Rico, I don't know. I've just been home to be able to actually play, and I haven't been away. I haven't been able to, like, I haven't had to go away for months at a time or weeks at a time, so I've been able to actually play a little more. I just got used to my setup, and now we're here. Alright, I'll show you guys a cheeky little line I did during the race. Land off of this. Just nice, easy. Obviously don't do as bad I did. Can we step up that? Yeah, we did. Looks like we're getting a restart here. Actually, Rico, nice English, Logan, you got there. No, but I actually do still have that bike, oddly enough, in my game. I just remembered, I was looking at it the other day, actually, I was riding it. Alright, looks like we got solid turnout again for the 250 class. Looks like we have 22. I think that's the exact same amount of people as we had in the other class. Oh, excuse me, I had a burp. Oh, yeah. What husky is that? Good question. Yeah, good question. Basically, the team I ride for, it's going to be released very soon. I don't know if the PST. It's not going to be the PST, but I think a SAF of it should be released soon on the forums. It's made by... Oh, sorry there, I had to try to clear my throat as I'm kind of dealing with a little bit of a sickness here, you all know. But it's made by the one and only Jeremy Cohen-Howard. This is, he models a lot of bikes in this game. He made the Hondas that a lot of people liked. Or the Honda, I guess I should say. This is his brand new project that he's been working on. And just finishing up, actually, as I was just about to throw it saucy and there restarted. So, yes, that is the Husky model. As far as me on TMFR, good question. I decided actually I'm gonna switch. I decided to change to a good friends team that I've known for a while, MB Films. As you guys know, I've been on TM for a long time, so I decided it was time for a bit of a change, and I'm gonna be joining MB Films. But besides that, Cedric Vianen just ripped a fat hole shot here in the 250 amateur Moto 1. This race is going for 20 minutes plus 1 lap, so a lot longer than the Open C class. As everybody's getting sketchies. We got the one and only Freddie Carlson from Stance, the hashtag MGLB gang. If anybody wants to join the gang, just run hashtag MGLB in your name. That means more gas, less brake. That's my secret tip to anyone that wants to go fast in this game. More gas, less brake. So the hashtag MGLB gang is being represented right now as Freddie Carlson's in a battle for this lead early here in the 250 amateur class. Matthias Havey, he runs down in the 3rd spot. He's going to get ran on the inside by Kevin Ile from HSR Racing. Alex Bustos runs in the 5th position as Ile goes down. Now after this moto, I'm going to quickly go into the EMF Racing Association website and check up on the points, as I don't know exactly what anything is in this class. So I don't know the points breakdown right now of this race, so excuse me if I try to assume something and I'm completely wrong, because I'll probably end up doing that. George Wardell rounds out the last position on the track, unfortunately for him. Taylor Duke is in 20th. And yeah, well, that's that. Looks like Alea has dropped way back down. He's in the 17th. The guy down on the outside there, a lot of guys down. Why am I all the way back here? Let's go back up front. Carlson's in the lead. Matthias Havey's in 2nd. Bustos is 3rd. Hergel 4th. Cooper 5th. Vienna, your early race leader and hole shotter, he's in 6th. As it looks like we have a rider down, that's Hergel. So it's how do you say his name? Vianen. He goes past. He's in the 5th. Ruanen is in 6th. Andrea Diapietro is in 7th. Clayton Coker 8th. Oscar Manius 9th. And Hergel now rounds up the top 10. Like I said, excuse me if I say any of these names wrong. I'm not European. So if I say any of the names wrong, I apologize. It just is what it is, I guess. Freddie Carlson is coming across the first lap of the 144.7. Glad to see that Freddie is DJ Freaky Freddie is running the pace that he wanted to run. He said he wanted to win this race, or he said he thinks he was going to win, or he should have won. So he's been talking a little bit of a smack, I think, to the competition during the week. But it's all good, as he is backing it up right now with a nice 11.8 second lead. Havey 2nd, as Cooper just goes right up over the berm. I guess his brakes did not work, and he really was listening to the more gas, less brake motto. As shout out to Rico De Lot for hooking me up with the point standings right now in the 250 class. I really appreciate it. So I do have a Gaiazo of the point standings here, so I'll be able to know exactly what's going on. It looks like Coker and Ruanen go down. A bunch of people are going to go past. So your points leader is going to be Lee Bradley. He actually won the title. So Lee Bradley is your championship winner. He's already moved on. He's in the pro ranks for the last couple races. So Lee Bradley, congratulations to him. He's your MX2 championship, or amateur champion. Matthias Havey, though, he's actually the guy in 2nd. He's going to be grounding. He's going to end up getting 2nd place in points. And a face that we haven't seen in a while in the GP circuit, Dale Mullins. He's been running the pro class. He's actually the guy that gets 3rd. So, unfortunately, the 250 point standings are pretty much over. Daniel Cooper has a nice save right there. But the 250 point standings are pretty much, it's pretty much all done. 1 through 3rd's already guaranteed. Bloom and Hergel actually are really close. Same thing as the guy behind them, which was Justin Wood, and I'm pretty sure Justin Wood has also moved up, or he's not racing or something. So we'll keep an eye on Hergel and Bloom, as they're going to battle up for the 4th position in points. So we'll keep an eye on that battle throughout the night here in this 250 class. But other than that, it's going to be Freddie Carlson right now leading them around this track with a 144.7 right now as his fastest lap. He has a nice cheeky little lead out front. Matthias Havy runs in second. He's the guy that got second overall in the point standings. Congratulations to him. In third, it's Cedric Villanin. He's a 149 right now. It's his fastest lap. Alex Bustos from Sobe Spanish MX Gamers is in fourth. So, Andrea Diapichero and Oscar Manius are having a battle right now for the top 5 rod. Clayton Coker is trying to chase them down. He's in 7th. Jean-Michael Bucat's trying to put a pass on, looks like that would have been Kevin Ronani. Behind them is Lanes Wandry. I wanted to keep an eye on the battle between Hergel and Bloom right now in the point standings. So Bloom right now is in front of Hergel. So don't know where Hergel is. Hergel is actually right behind Bloom. No, he's 2 behind him. Or no. Bloom went down. I was trying to figure out what happened to him. So Bloom went down actually. So like I said, we'll keep an eye on that. The points gap actually between them. I'm gonna have to pull up again as I closed it out. Either way though, Carlson's out front. Havy runs in second. Yan in third. Bustos 4th. Diapichero 5th. Coker 6th. Oscar Manius 7th. Ronin's 8th. Hergel 9th. And Jean Michael runs in the 10th position. So the points gap between them two is 9 points. And it's Bloom over Hergel. So Hergel needs to beat Bloom. So we'll keep an eye on that. I'd like to give a big shout out though. We're rocking 15 viewers right now. I know that's not crazy, but hey, for an EMF amateur stream with no cams, and I'm rocking the 3rd person stream, I appreciate the support. As we have Senna the Snail. I apologize if this guy ever watches the stream. He probably hates me because I always call him Senna the Snail, but it just works so much better. So I apologize to you, Senna, if you ever watch my streams, and I say your last name wrong all the time, but I'm just having a little bit of fun. Hergel makes a mistake. Like I just said, he needs to beat Bloom, and he's beating Bloom right now by a perfect margin. He's 9 behind him with 2 rounds left, trying to get into 4th in these point standings. Back up front, Carlson is walking away with this thing. He has almost a 20-second lead already. So 144.3, he's running great laps. Havy's behind him. No one's even coming close to Carlson's pace. As Havy is 147, Viennan 149, Bustos 147. Diapetro actually has a 151 in 5th. Coker's giving him a chase for the 5th spot though. He has a 146.4, so Coker's definitely running a faster pace than Diapetro. Like I just mentioned though, man, Carlson definitely representing the MGLV gang to the fullest, as he is just walking away with this Moto 1 250 amateur race. As Bustos goes down in the very tricky section right before the finish line turn, he goes down. He's going to end up losing a top 5 ride as he drops back into 6th as Coker goes past and Diapetro. I'd like to see Diapetro actually run a faster lap here as he's struggling. He only has a 151. But he's running consistent laps. As I just said it though, he does run his fastest lap of the race at a 149, so he does pick up the pace a little bit. As Coker only ran a 149, so he's keeping Coker at bay here. Oh, Coker goes over the berm. He said, oh, Havy goes down in 2nd. And that's going to allow Cedric actually to be right behind him. Actually, a couple of seconds, but close enough to now where he can actually smell him. So yeah, Cedric's going to be close enough to where he can give maybe a little bit of a chase, as they're all using that line. That was the line I was using yesterday, going all the way outside. I didn't see many people using it. Maybe these guys might have been watching me yesterday. Who knows? But I didn't see too many people using it yesterday, even in the pro race. So I'm surprised to actually see some of these amateurs using it. But Cedric, though, giving Havy a chase for his... I was going to say money, but who knows if this guy has money. I mean, let's be real. I don't actually know if he's rich or not. Or he could be living on the street with a computer. Who knows? Anyways, McDonald's free Wi-Fi. Not the best, but hey, gets the job done. Anyways, though, Havy, though, is giving Vianen, let's say that's how you say his name. So now Cedric has actually passed Havy, as I was making fun of Havy for maybe not having any money because I was trying to make a remark and it didn't work. I apologize to you, Matthias. Who knows? You're probably rich living with gold chains right now around your neck. I don't really know. Anyways, you're in third. He's giving Cedric a run for his money. God, why do I keep saying run for his money? I don't know. Sorry, making bad jokes, bad puns, whatever you want to call them. Anyways, Carlson, 21.8 ahead. Easy. Checking out. Vianen, whatever. Cedric, second. Javi, third. T. Petro's in fourth. Coker and I thought that was a position. That's a lapper. So Coker's now settled into fifth behind DiPietro. DiPietro is still holding Coker at bay, but I will say that Andrea or DiPietro, whatever you want to call him, he did just make a mistake. So Coker now is going to be right onto the back of him. As Manius runs in the 6th position, Hergel 7th, Bustos 8th, Senna to Snail 9th, and Bloom is in 10th. So Hergel is gaining points on Bloom just like he wants to right now if he wants to get that 4th position in the point standings. Manius is all over the back of a lap rider who I thought it was a position, but the battle right now it's going on as for this 4th spot as Coker is all over the back of DiPietro, and Coker just slingshots right around DiPietro. As I think Andrea wanted to take that inside line, but unfortunately missed it. He's going to have to take the ever so tricky middle line there that, honestly, I don't even know why it exists because you cannot do anything in it. So, unfortunately for DiPietro, he goes down. He's going to end up losing 2 spots. He's down to 6th. Coker in 4th. The battle for 2nd, though, is back on between Matthias and Cedric. As Matthias now is giving chase down to Cedric as... It's vice versa, as it was Cedric earlier giving Matthias run for his money. So they're going to both sneak past their way around the lapper that was down the last turn. We're over, just a little bit over halfway in this Moto 1 race here in the 250 class. Matthias runs a 146.8 that time around. Cedric had a 146.8, so they're just matching each other's lap times. Like Cedric goes to the inside there. Maybe Matthias can get a run through this section. Maybe gain some time on him as he has a great drive, actually. Man, Matthias got a great drive through that section. That's probably honestly the best drive I've ever seen through that section. I swear to God, like that was actually amazing. So, Matthias now all over the back of Cedric as he got an amazing run through that section. Matthias is going to run down the inside. Ends up checking up. I'm surprised he did not run that a little bit more dirtier than I thought. And just like that, he is down and eating a face full of white tough block. So Cedric now is going to have a nice little open space between himself and the guy in 3rd position. Coker's running some great laps back here with a 146. Keep an eye out for him as Cedric actually goes down, but it's not going to be enough to where Matthias can get right onto the back of him. Oh, Manus and a lapper go down. That was actually Hergel. Excuse me. I thought that was a lapper. That was Hergel and Manus go down, battling for the 7th spot. As they collide midair, Senna to Snail would have been right up into them, but unfortunately he slides out and goes down. So now it's going to be Bloom all by himself. Or not all by himself, but he's going to be into the 9th spot, just right in front of Snail. And they got a huge gap back to 11th, so... They definitely, the top 10 have really broken away, actually, from anybody else. As it's still Freddie Carlson out front, running away with this thing. They're 13 minutes into this race. So, he's catches a little bit under, I would have to say, I don't know, probably 7 minutes left, 6 minutes. I would probably say anywhere around the 6, 7, 8 minute range left of this race with the extra lap and everything. I want to say this goes for 20 plus 1. Yeah, it goes for 20 plus 1. I was thinking maybe 20 plus 2. I couldn't remember. But Cedric still in 2nd. Javi 3rd. Coker 4th. Bustos is in 5th. Like I said, we'll keep an eye on the points between Hergel and Bloom, as that seems to be the only points battle right now on the track. Is the top 3 is locked up. And your 5th place rider, or your 6th place rider, Justin Wood, is not here today. So... we'll keep tabs on that as Bloom is in 9th and Hergel is actually down in front of him. So, just like I said for the battle, it's going to be Bloom going around Hergel. So now Hergel does not want this to happen. He needs to beat Bloom for a chance. He's 9 points behind him, I'm pretty sure, in points. So Hergel needs to do everything in his power to keep Bloom behind him. But Senna to Snail's trying to wreck this party for Bloom as he sneaks past the inside. Bloom now gets a drive out of the turn. He sneaks past back him. And Hergel gets a drive. He's going to go around the inside of Snail. So now I want to watch this battle. So it's going to be Hergel and Bloom who are 4th and 5th in the point standings. They're battling for the 4th spot right now. I'm sure both of them want this. Hergel has a drive. He's going to go down the inside of Bloom. Oh, man, they're battling for the 8th spot right now. But like I said, for points' sake, they're battling for a top 4 right now in points. So this is actually probably one of the best battles on the track to watch. This has pretty much the most meaning to anything. So as of right now, Hergel would gain only a point on Bloom if it were to finish like this. But I have a really good feeling that it's not going to stay like this with the last about 6 minutes left. Back up front, though, looks like Vustos is going down. That's going to allow nobody to go by. I don't know if Coker was in front of him or not. So, but that's going to allow Diapetro to actually close up, though. Anyways, battle for second still on as Carlson's actually, his lead's going to be dropped way down. Carlson must have had a mix-up with a lapper there. Oh, no. So, wow, just as I thought Carlson was going to just check out and win this thing, the lead for Carlson has dropped down to 5.3 seconds. His lead was 25 seconds just a little bit ago. Man, I really thought Carlson had this thing in the bag. I don't know if he's having problems with lappers, or maybe he's having a little bit of just like he's just not feeling the pressure. I don't know what's going on. But now he's going to have to manage this race and he just needs to focus. He definitely has the fastest laps in the race out of anyone. But if he goes down, makes a mistake, as crazy as it sounds, there's 4 guys that can still win this race. It's only a 6-second gap, which, like I said, just a lap and a half ago, it was 24 seconds. I would love to see what Carlson's lap's going to end up being. It's probably going to end up being almost in the mid-2 range. Coker is actually snuck up into this battle. So like I said, Coker has a 145 flat. He has the second fastest lap in this race. So watch out for him to maybe have a chance to maybe cop a podium spot. Carlson's steadily, gradually just stretching his lead back out. Like I said, this is going to be a really bad lap for Carlson. I'd love to see what it is. It's going to be it's a 154. So he must have been just having 2 laps in a row where he just had a couple legs off. So I thought that was going to be a really bad lap, but it ended up just only being a 154. But still, the lead, though, he's making a bunch of mistakes. And this is just letting Cedric just sneak right up into this. And Javi goes down in 3rd. And all of a sudden, Vustos is all over the back of Coker. So Coker must have made a big mistake. Yeah, Coker went down. So now this battle, this whole top 5 is honestly very close as, I mean, it's not super close. The top 2 are a little bit, they're kind of by themselves, but 3rd, 4th, and 5th are all within about 2-3 seconds of each other. So we'll keep an eye on that as Diapetro and Manus are really close together. They're in a battle for 6th. The Snail back here, let's keep an eye on what the battle is for the points position. So Hergel is in front of Bloom, so that's 1 point he would gain to knock that points gap down between him and Bloom for 4th right now in the standings. Hergel has a 144 this race, actually. I wanted to point that out. I just noticed it. Jeez. So Hergel has a 144.8. That is the second fastest lap of this class. Actually, I am totally wrong. Bustos has a 144.5. That's the second fastest lap. Because, yeah, that's the second fastest lap. Unless somebody back here in last has like a 142. I don't know about, but looks like we have a couple rage quits here, unfortunately, for them guys. Alright, back up front though, Carlson stretching his lead back out. So right now for Carlson, I would just say have to stretch his lead back out as much as possible. And if something were to happen, if he would go down, he would still be able to manage something. So he does have a lapper in front of him. Like I said, Cedric's still running him down. But the battle for 4th right now is on between Coker and Vustos. As I'm assuming Coker definitely has the faster pace. As actually, I think Vustos is actually the one that got around Coker, so excuse me there. But Clayton actually is going to sneak right past Alex as Alex hit his handlebar off the inside rut there in that corner. And they're actually really close to Javi, who's literally right in front of them. As they both run pretty decent laps, actually, 147, 148. And Javi was a 202, so they're going to be all over the back of Javi here just in a second, or in any minute now. If Javi makes a mistake, they have a lapper between them. Bustos is losing a little bit of ground. Manus is now stretched his gap between Hergel. Actually, I think that was Diapetro actually went down. Diapetro was running in 6th now. He's dropped back to 8th. Bloom is now really falling off the pace. Now Hergel is doing everything in his power to gain as many points as possible in this first moto. Because he's got to look at it as there's not 2 rounds left, but there's only 3 motos left, or 4 motos if you count this one. So he needs to try to gain as many points as possible in every moto if he wants that 4th spot in the points. Oh, he slides out over the rut. A little bit of commentator's curse there. I saw him have a really bad angle going into the turn. I thought maybe he would be all right. He's going to pull out right in front of DiPietro. He's actually keep his 7th spot. Oh no, he slides out again. Just like that, Bloom now has a chance to possibly, be in a battle with him. So just like that, it's all changed around. Back up front though, Carlson's still steadily stretching his lead out. As he's going to be coming to the white flag lap here in this Moto 1. So it's going to be the white flag for Carlson. 12 seconds is the gap. He should be all right as Cedric does go down, so Carlson should be able to easily walk away with this Moto 1 win, as we all expected earlier in this race. Coker has found his way into 3rd. We've lost Matthias Havey. He's fallen all the way back to 5th. So unfortunately for Havey, he's fallen back to 5th. But like I said, Havey is guaranteed 2nd in points. But this is a great opportunity for other guys to get really good finishes, as Havey is fallen all the way back to 5th. We're going to watch this battle right now with Vustos and Coker, who were just in a battle for, like, I think 5th earlier. They're now battling for 3rd. These two have just been linked up together for a good portion of this race. I don't think they're going to catch Cedric, unless Cedric goes down, which anything's possible in this amateur class, but Vustos is chasing down right now Clayton Coker. Coker has to get around a lapper. Bustos is still right there. Bustos got a great run right here. Let's see what he squares him up. He's really shocked at that. I thought Bustos was going to be a little bit more quicker to be on the gas there. I'm having a little bit of offset issues, I think. Bustos hit that line really good, but I think Coker even hit it even better. And they are still closing in. Actually, they're closing in on Cedric as Coker makes a mistake. Vustos now is on the outside of him. Vustos passes him cleanly. What will Coker do now? There's only a few sections left. Coker tries to sneak around that inside line that I have not seen used, like hardly used at all. It's actually going to lose some time. Cedric must have had a little bit of a slide out in this turn. But it's going to be Freddie Carlson easing his way to the finish line. Almost goes down, actually. I'm going to watch this battle, though. It's Coker versus Vustos. Coker is pushing. Carlson slowly making his way to the finish line. He's going to end up getting this Moto 1 win. Coker, though, around the outside. He has an inside line over this next turn. Vustos goes middle. Who's going to get the better drive? I think Coker is going to end up making this stick. So Coker, with an amazing last 2 turns, steals a podium from Alex Vustos. What a great ride right there by Coker in the last few sections of the track. Havey's going to end up coming across in 5th. Manis is going to be 6th. Hergel gains the points he needed on Bloom. I think he gained 3 points, actually. So he gains a good bit of points on Bloom. So he's going to end up coming across in 7th. As long as he doesn't make a mistake, which I think he'll be all right. Oh, DiPietro goes down with a lap rider. That's not going to affect him, though. He had a fine gap. So he'll be all right to get back up and finish off this race in 8th. To Snail back here in 9th. Bloom is going to get 10th. And like I had mentioned earlier, the top 10 absolutely checked out, as 11th place was actually lapped. Like I said, so 11th back on, where it was basically 2 groups in this whole race, the top 10 and 11th and everyone else. So it's going to be Janik Bloom rounding out your top 10 here. Moto 1 cuts her in. So it's going to be Carlson, Cedric, Clayton, Vustos, Havey, Manis, Hergel, DiPietro, DeSnail, and Bloom are going to round out your top 10 here in Moto 1 of the MX2 class. Yes, I did, actually, Clayton. I saw the last few turns when you absolutely was able to just nail the last 2 turns and pass, what's his name? I think it was Bustos, so great ride, Clayton. Do it again, Moto 2. looks like we have a little short little 2-minute break. Oh, how the heck did I go legs off? But we have a short little 2-minute break here. So, go ahead and, looks like we are joined back in the booth by Lewis Lintz.
No, you're not.
Welcome back, Lewis.
Nice V3.
Oh, I went down. The gear?
August.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure August Sanders made the gear.
It's one of the free releases.
It was on the forums, actually. It's free to get, so. Oh, Lord have mercy. I hit something. Yeah. Hashtag MGOB. More gas, less brake. Oh, man. Just waiting here for the restart for Moto 2. Lewis, would you like to join me here in the second Moto?
Nope, I got chocolate and that's more important.
Ah, I see how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if I would have landed that, that would have been great. Man, they're on point. 2 minutes and they restarted right away. This is the sight lap, actually. I'm going to go out here and rip a hole shot real quick. Guys. So this whole shot here in the 250 M class. I got someone giving me a run for my money, but I think I'm going to get that whole shot. A whole shot. I'm going to win this warm-up lap. My warm-up lap. Woohoo! Alright. Let's look at a few guys round up on the outside. Well, here we go. Moto 2 is on the line. And they're off. Some guy did not leave the gate. He's now getting going. Hergel has a great ride. Great drive, I mean. He's going to be your Moto 2 whole shot. So, he has boost toast right on him. But it's Hergel out front. Hergel had some great laps, actually. That last moto as Javi almost just ruined his chances. Ryan Ashman has a great start. Carlson's up here, so Carlson has a good start. And look at this pile up that we have just witnessed between a few riders. So up front, though, it's going to be Hergel. Like I said, Hergel had a 144 the last race, which was, he was one of the few that were in the 144 range. So, like I was mentioning earlier, he needs all the points he can get on Bloom, and a win would, that would help out a ton. That would let him right past Bloom if he would somehow win this race. But we're only 1 minute into this moto, and your Moto 1 winner, Freddie Carlson's already over the back of him. So I expect to pass by Carlson here very shortly. As DePietro and Coker are battling for the third spot. Bloom is actually in 6th, trying to get back on the track, though. He's going to lose some spots. He's going to now fall back to 8th. And I'm pretty sure Bloom just went down again. Wandrub's off the track. There's Cedric. He's trying to sneak up past Javi. And like I had mentioned, though, Hergel has already dropped back to 2nd. Carlson's out front. But Hergel, he's trying to give him a run for his money as, oh, I don't know exactly if he hit his back wheel there. That was a very interesting little meeting that Hergel and Carlson had over the little single. Coker, though, is running a very fast pace right now. He just... Oh, I'm surprised he... Oh. Hergel tried to push it in deep right there in that turn. Coker is going to make the pass, though, into second. I'd love to see if Coker can actually maybe run down Freddie. Coker was running some very fast laps the first moto. So we'll see what he can do now. Carlson is still out in the lead. Coker in second, Hergel third, and DePietro is in fourth. Bustos is in fifth, sliding his way past, I think, DePietro. Danny Fox sixth, Cedric is in seventh. Oh, these two are going to be side by side going to this finish line. A little bit of dualies. Oh, dualies for sure that time, as Fox and Cedric just absolutely get saucy over the second tabletop. It's going to be ultimately Cedric sneaking his way past up into the sixth spot. Carlson still up front, runs a 145.8 to stretch his lead out now to 2.2. Clayton Coker had a 145.7. So like I mentioned earlier, Coker definitely has the speed to probably win this thing. But Carlson has the consistency and the speed, so it's going to be an ultimate test to see if Coker can maybe put down the consistency factor and possibly win this moto too. He sits right now with a third going into this, so a 3-1 would ultimately end up beating... No, actually, I'm not too sure. I don't think that would actually be... Actually, maybe that would be Carlson. I'm not sure. If Carlson were to go 1-2... No, that actually wouldn't. No, so 1-2 would actually beat Coker. I don't know what I'm thinking. But, Hergel is in third. I'm not really sure where he finished the first moto. But I know he's beating Bloom right now, and that's all he really cares about, I'm pretty sure, at this point.
I'm a BRB, but check your Facebook.
Hergel goes down. Bustos now slides into third. Coker's still chasing down Carlson. I want to see what actually right here with the lap times is between these two. Carlson comes across the line with a 145.8, matches his lap time, and like I had mentioned earlier, Coker is on the gas, 144.6, so he's chasing down Carlson, not letting him go with this moto, as Carlson checked out in the first moto. That's going to be good, though, for Freddie, though, give this a little bit of a test to see if he'll be able to, battle with somebody that's maybe just as fast as him. So we'll see what Coker can do right now, as he's lost a little bit of time on Carlson. He's made a mistake back in that last section. They have stretched a pretty decent gap over Bustos, but don't count out Bustos. He has a 145.3. He's on the gas. As I said, he does make a mistake. Javi's in fourth, battling with Hergel right now. They have Cedric all over them, and they have a nice little gap over Danny Fox. So some of your top guys in the last moto are struggling back here. DePietro that now is in ninth. He was a top guy in the last moto. I'm pretty sure he might have got ninth too. I think Manius had a great moto last moto. He got a top 10 ride, I'm pretty sure. He's all the way back in 17th. And DeSnail was up there too, so there's a huge group of riders right here. Jeez. From 9th all the way back to 14th or in one section. Jeez, I don't know who to watch. Looks like the first battle of action going on right now is Fox between DePietro, and I don't know how Fox stayed up right there. Ruanen, Duke, Wandry, they're all right here. And they're all in just one group battling. As one rider does slide out, that would have been... Oh my goodness. Wandry slides across the track. I'm pretty sure that was Duke that went down. Might have been Cooper, actually. I'm not too sure. They are all over the back of DePietro. DePietro is actually the one trying to slip away. DeSnail's trying to run it on in and on Kevin. He doesn't do anything as DeSnail goes off the side of the track. Stays on. Wandry was going off the other side of the track. He cuts back on right in front of Cooper, and they two were stuck together. The two got stuck together, actually. That was an interesting event that just happened there. I'm pretty sure Cooper probably won't be too happy there with Wandry's track reentry, so interesting to see if Cooper maybe just a little bit of something. Don't think Cooper's too happy. He just tried to go to the inside there, but he then had nothing for him, as somebody is Oscar Manis is the man on a mission. He just flew past Cooper. Back up front, though, it's Coker out front. As I say that, he does slide out. So like I mentioned earlier, Carlson now has to deal with someone else. He had nobody to deal with in Moto 1. So interesting to see if Carlson can take this kind of pressure as he's making a buttload of mistakes. But Carlson did match his fastest lap, or did match the fastest lap of Coker. So he definitely is trying to live up to the pressure right now, as Hergel is right there in third. Bringing along with him is Vustos, Cedric, and not to mention Javi's not that far back. So it's definitely a good battle shaping up in this Moto 2, the MX2 class. As Hergel's doing a little bit of flat track around the first turn. Excuse me. The burp. Oh. Alright, let's see what Coker runs here. Coker's going to come across the line. He's going to end up running a 152. Like I said, he had a little bit of a slide out that lap. Carlson with a 157, and Hergel is going to have the fastest lap out of anyone, 145.2. So Hergel right now is a man on the mission. And he's, oh, Vustos with a 145.3. I think he ran that a little bit earlier in the race. Coker's lead is down to 1.4. Freddie Carlson is gaining. And he's bringing along with him Hergel. Hergel is right there if those two make a mistake. This whole top 5 is right there, honestly. And Javi is just a little bit behind them. So this whole top 5 is starting to break away as Coker's off the track. Carlson back into the lead. Can Coker get to the back of Carlson? Let's see here. Both had a nice line right there. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Hergel's still right there. So Coker, though, trying to get back into this lead. Oh, Carlson. It's a little out of shape coming out of that turn. It's Janik Mueller, I think, is calling me out in chat. Oh, Coker runs into the back of Carlson. There's pretty sure it's Janik Mueller. Janik Mueller, what do you want there, bud? As my phone has went from 58% to 15% in a matter of an hour. Love the Sun Sam phones. They're great phones, let me tell you. Janik Mueller, that would be Lewis Lins you were having a conversation with. Sorry, Lewis. Anyways, Coker, though, is still trying to run down Carlson. Carlson just ran his fastest lap of the race at a 144.1. Coker's getting all out of shape. Hergel, third. Bustos, Cedric, Javi round out the top 6. Bloom, 7th. Danny Fox, 8th. DePietro, 9th. And 7th, the Snail actually has a 146.1. He's in 10th, though. As Ronan and Manis are side by side. They're battling for the 11th spot. But back up front, Carlson. Oh, no. And what I didn't want to see happen is Coker go down. And I just saw as, oh, no. Carlson's lead just went from 0 to 100 real quick. As, oh, Carlson's oh my gosh. I appreciate it, Janik. Thank you very much. I don't even know how it started or how it happened, but just got used to the game, I guess. Man, but just like that, though, the lead had stretched out for Freddie. All he had to do was just start coasting his way up to the finish. And unfortunately, he ended up crashing. Coker, though, is taking a little bit of a... I don't know what Coker's doing. He's just trying to get back on the track right now. He's lost a good bit of time, but the bad thing about that whole situation, though, is Hergel had slipped past Coker. He went down. He got back up. I'm pretty sure that Vustos and Cedric went down. And so, like, oh, yeah, because Javi now is up in the 5th. And Bloom is right on them. So, yeah, they almost, I think, like, 2nd to 5th all went down in that one section right before the tabletop. So, Carlson's lead now is 4.4 as they are over halfway in this moto. Here they go, 156 all these lap times for this top 4 are probably going to be all over the place. Yeah, 157, 153. Yeah, they all went down. Even Bustos is going to have a 150. I think Javi should have a 140. Oh, no, he's a 155. Oh, Bustos has a 2 minute, yeah. So everybody had a bad lap. That looks like that, yeah. They all had a bad lap, let's just say that. Anyways, 12 minutes into this thing, Carlson's out front. Coker makes a mistake. That's going to extend his lead. Now the battle is on for second as Hergel is slowly gaining onto the back of Coker. Hergel wants the second place ride. I love that. I like that line right there that Hergel just did. He didn't do exactly what I do, but like that little braking moment before like he bounced to that single. Oh. Hergel stays up somehow. But I like stepping up actually up over that. Like that little like step up. I'll show you guys what I mean if I can remember it during the 450. Yeah, I'm sure you guys know what I mean, but I just like doing it anyways. But anyways, Hergel just had a big mistake. He ended up somehow staying on the bike. Coker is still trying to run down Freddie. Coker obviously wants this win. Freddie already has a moto win on the day. I'm pretty sure I might have just cracked something in my elbow as I just banged it off the side of my chair. So that's always a lovely time. Bustos is in 4th. Javi 5th. Cedric 6th. Yannick, whatever you want to call him. He's in 7th. Danny Fox 8th. Cedric to stay on 9th. Oscar Emanius is in 10th. Oh, and Gene Michael just rage quit on the spot. Bunch of rage quits this moto, actually. Back up front, though, Carlson's lead is 6.4. Oh, gets a little endo there. Oh, battle, though, for 4th, or 3rd, actually, I should say, is on between Hergel and Bustos. Hergel has the inside here. I want to see if he's going to be aggressive with it. Hergel races him clean. Hergel's been racing people clean all day, so I expect I respect the way he's been racing the other guys. Usually you don't see a lot of clean racing out of these 250 amateur riders. And unfortunately for Hergel, it kind of might have cost him there as he had a bad angle for the next few turns and now he's down. So fortunately for Hergel, he's going to end up losing a bunch of spots. And he needs to stay in front of Bloom now, who's right behind him. So I think Hergel gained 3 on Bloom last race. And the gap's now down to about 6 points in the point standings for the before spot. So we'll keep an eye on Bloom and Hergel again as they're going to probably go at it again as Hergel sneakily goes past Cedric for the 5th place ride. Back up front though, Carlson. Oh, getting a little out of shape going through the rhythm section here. He's going to be hitting 15 minutes before he hits the finish line, so should be looking at around 3 or 4 laps to go. There's a 7-second lead, drop it down to 6.8 now. Carlson just ran a 146.4. Coker looks like he was coming out of that turn a bit next up, but man on the move right now. Bustos the 143 right now. Bustos running some very good laps. He just ran a 144.2, so Bustos is the man on a mission. As he runs in the 3rd, and he's gaining on Coker a lot. So a mistake out of Carlson will really tighten this whole top 3 up as it looks like Bustos has gained a bunch of time over the 4th place ride. But the battle for 4th place is really heating up as there's a 4-way battle as they are a huge gap over the Snail. So looks like the top 3 right now are in a race of their own and 4th through 8 are having their own little battle. Hergel jumps into it. Like I said, he needs to beat Bloom, and Bloom is in front of him. So Hergel needs to do everything he can to make sure that Bloom ends up behind him at the end of this race. Javi is the guy leading this group. Back up front, though, doesn't look like anything has changed too drastically. Bustos has stayed around the same. Carlson's extended his lead just about a couple seconds. Carlson almost goes down there, stays up, though. These guys are all pushing these last couple minutes of this race. Javi's doing a nice little line there, just going all the way outside and then jumping all the way back over the ruts. So Javi's making his own lines here. Hergel needs to get Bloom. Right now, I'm sure Hergel has his mechanic right now on the sideline just screaming at him to get Bloom. As he's going to be coming across the pit lane. Let's see if we can see his mechanic. Ah, there he is, over the fence, screaming with the pit board. He's screaming at Hergel. He's telling Hergel he needs to get around Janik Bloom. He's got to want it. He's got to know that he is the guy that he's battling with right now for 4th and points. So Hergel's going to do everything in his might to get around him. They all three go to the inside. Hergel has a run on the inside. Can he make a 2? Like I said, he's a very clean racer, so I didn't expect anything too crazy out of him. Like I said, maybe being a little too clean has been kind of costing him this race, as he had to slow up a bunch right there to not hit the back of Bloom. And he still runs a 150 or 146, I should say. Back up front though, Carlson is down with the lead. So Freddie Carlson has gone down, but I think Coker may have made a mistake before that incident, so his lead will still stay pretty solid actually. It's gonna stay 6 seconds, so nothing too crazy, but definitely a crash is not what Carlson wanted this late into the race, as Carlson has a bunch of lappers he's going to be running into here soon, so that's going to be interesting to watch, as Bustos is still in the chase. Looks like Cedric's running down Matthias right now for the 4th spot. Bloom right now, and Hergel slides out. It's not what he needs. He needs Bloom to go down or make a mistake, or just strictly just get on the gas and hashtag MGLB it to the finish line. So you thought of the MGLB hashtag right there, the more gas, less brake hashtag. Start the train, baby. Get it going. Anyways, though, Cedric has gone down off the side of the track after the single, as it's a 2-point gap between Bloom and Hergel. So if it stays like this right now, I think Hergel would have only gained 1 point on Bloom on the day. So going into the last round, he would need some drastic measures to happen, as Bustos has finally gotten around Coker for 2nd. Carlson's sneaking around some lappers. They're going to be looking around 2 laps to go. Yeah, they're going to have 2 laps to go when they come across the line next lap. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Oh, Carlson has the legs off. He has exactly what he didn't want to happen. So now the battle for the lead is on. Bustos sneaks past. He almost takes Carlson's front wheel out. I don't know if that was intentional or if that was just a little whatever, but we have a 3-way battle for the lead. Exactly what we wanted shake up here. Oh, Bustos is cutting across the track. They have to sneak around some lappers. Coker's right on the back of all of them. Bustos is off the side of the track. Carlson's trying to sneak to the inside, but he's got a lapper. He takes a lapper out. Almost takes Coker with him. So now Coker's stuck behind a lapper. Carlson's going outside. Can he get Bustos? Bustos makes a mistake. Carlson has a run. Carlson back into the lead. Bustos is in 2nd. Coker's just trying to get around this lapper still. Love to know who that lapper is, really ruining this battle. Carlson slides out. And the lapper goes off the track. And Carlson goes down. So the 1-1 for Freddie Carlson looks to be diminished, as Bustos now and Coker are into the 1 and 2 ride. So Carlson definitely has a 3rd on lock, but can Coker run down Bustos? Bustos has had the speed all race to win this moto, so I would not be shocked if he wins this, because he's definitely been on rails. Actually, they're going to be looking at the last lap right here. I'm not really sure why I said 2 laps to go. They're going to come to the white flag lap, so this is the final lap. Bustos has 1 more lap to go. Coker's 3.6 behind him. Coker last moto passed Bustos with 2 turns to go for 3rd. Can Coker do it again, but this time for the win? It's going to be interesting to see as these two find each other again on the track. Bustos versus Coker. Carlson 7 seconds behind. He needs a miracle to happen. Carlson does seem to be looking at the overall though, maybe? With a 1-3 to Coker's 3-2 and Bustos' 4-1. I don't know. It's going to be all mixed up. Carlson goes down again, so he's going to just try to survive and finish with a 3rd. Hergel, though, is going to end up losing a point on Bloom right now. The only thing Hergel can hope for is if Bloom either stays up and just finishes in 5th, so where he only loses 1 point, and he'll gain 2 points on him throughout the day. Coker's making a bunch of mistakes. Carlson's off the track again. Coker is down. Bustos has to get through the last couple sections of the track, and he will be your Moto 2 winner. I don't know if he'll win the overall with the 4-1. Carlson right now has to hope for maybe a mistake out of Coker. But Coker's looking at a 3-2 to Carlson's 1-3, so the overall is going to be super close. These top three are all going to be right near each other. I'm pretty sure Happy's looking at a 2-4? Or, yeah, I think Happy's looking at something decent. I don't know, maybe, I don't know actually. I don't know who got second in the first moto. Can't remember. Who did get second in the first moto? Was it Cedric? I can't remember. Anyways, though, congratulations, Alex Bustos. You are the Moto 2 winner here from Assen in the 250 amateur class. He just finished in he did lap 10th place. Clayton Coker is gonna come across in second place. He comes around with a 3-2 on the day. Freddie Carlson's gonna end up with a 1-3. Matthias Havig really closed the gap here in the late stages. And Hergel needs to stay in front of Bloom. Now, I don't know if there's a 2-point gap between 6th and 5th, or if it's just 1 point, but for Hergel's sake, it needs to be 1. Cedric's going to run it on the inside. I'm calling it. Oh, Cedric runs into a tough block. Hergel's going to stay in front of him. So, if I'm doing my math correctly, Hergel should gain 2 points on Bloom. But if it works out to where you gain 2 points, like between 5th and 6th, then Hergel and Bloom actually would stay neutral on the day. I'm pretty sure, though. I could be wrong. Yes, thank you, Mueller. So it is 1 point. So then that means Hergel should end up gaining 2 points on Bloom in the battle for 4th place in points. Anyways, though, Cedric comes across in 7th. Manius and Snail are battling it down to the line for 8th. Oh, Snail would have grabbed the brake. He would have had a great drive there with the the front end up. Across the line, so it's going to be Ruan in 10th, the Snail 9th, Manius 8th, Cedric 7th, Hergel 6th, Bloom 5th, Havy 4th, Carlson 3rd, Coker 2nd, and your winner, Alex Bustos. So, just remember that line I wanted to show you guys actually. I was talking about earlier how I really enjoyed it. I didn't do it during the race. I did that outside the inside, and they restarted on me. How rude. It's alright. I'm gonna do it anyways. Alright. Oh! I only got 1 minute. Come on, don't restart! I want to get the line. Watch, I'm probably gonna end up trying it. Not even be able to get it anyways. It's gonna be that bad at the game. Alright. So this is the line I was talking about, which I just think it's really fun to do. So basically what you do here is just come around here, hit this, and then basically step up over that. I kind of messed it up right there, but I think you guys, I think you get it. What's up with my boots? I don't really know. I just raced, so I don't know if they're messed up or not, but they're the boots that I run IRL, so I really wanted them. How long? Oh, 10 seconds already? Alright, hold on. Let me try to get this one more time. Oh, I sort of got it. Not really, though. Kind of clipped it. I've gotten it a few times. See if I can land something crazy for the restart. Triple. Double. I don't know what to do. Double. Send it. Oh, I was doing good. Oh, man. Is there really only 12 guys in the 450 class? Jeez. All right, guys. Well, unfortunately, you guys probably expecting like me to say I have to go or something. I don't have to go. I'm streaming. But unfortunately, my phone is dead, and I don't have 2 monitors, so the only way I can see chat is off my phone. So I'm gonna actually have to plug my phone in. So I apologize. I'm not gonna be able to read chat, so if anybody's gonna be saying something in chat, I do want to point out though that Theo Carpentier's in here. He's the guy that we're talking about in the Open C class. But give me like 2 seconds. I gotta plug my phone in. So if anybody's gonna say anything in chat, I will not see it. So I apologize. So that's that. I'll be right back. Alrighty. Looks like we have, like I said, only 12 guys in here. So it's gonna be a very light turnout for the 450 class. As always, it's always lighter than the other classes. You know, we had what 20? I'm pretty sure we had 22 for both Open C and 250. But I remember example for the first round there was 40 guys in 250, and the 450 class had like 20. So, like I said, 450 class is always a little bit lighter. Let me go ahead and actually we'll check the points here. So the points standing right now for the 450 class looks to be Seguaz and Harry White actually are battling for this title. So we gotta keep an eye on that. So Harry White and Seguaz are battling for this title. It's about 6 points. I'm dumb. I think it's like 7 or 8. But anyways, I don't know. I can't do math right now. Luca Cavallaro is kind of out of this. Yeah, he's out of it. No, he's actually not out of it. With 2 rounds to go, he has a chance. So we'll keep an eye on this whole battle. So Seguaz, White, and Cavallaro. So we'll keep an eye on that. I think this race might have started actually. Nope, we're good. So it's ought to be a very good battle between Cavallaro, Seguaz, and White down to the end. So it's going to be interesting to see who will end up winning this 450 amateur title, as both the people all in the championship race have actually all missed rounds, except for Cavallaro. He's raced every round, and he's still, unfortunately, is the guy in 3rd place. So he's the kind of guy that got the blunt end of the deal there. But it's looking like like I said, he has a 496. So he's about 57 points behind or something like that. And I think this is the moto, and I might have just missed the start. I am so sorry if I did. Yeah, this is the moto. So I apologize. I missed the start there looking at the points. But it's going to be Seguaz out front. Carpentier, your Open C guy that just graduated out of the Open C class. He's in 2nd. So Seguaz is out front. He is the guy that everyone's gunning for. Harry White needs to beat him. Harry has a bad, not really bad start, but not the greatest. As TM Factory Racing's very own Justin Smedley's getting a little sketchy out of this turn. Justin is the very own creator of this track. He runs in 3rd. Oh my gosh, Luca's sending it over Theo Provost. Oh my, what is going on right there? Luca and Provost are just crisscross the lines over the tabletops as Smedley gets a weird kick in that turn. He stays up on the bike though. But it's Seguaz out front. He is your championship points leader. Over 7 points? I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But I could be completely wrong now. My brain is not working. I'm already 2 hours deep of streaming, I'm pretty sure, so my brain's a little fried. But hey, it is what it is, right? But unfortunately, very like I said, light turnout for the 450 class. But either way, I'm still having fun streaming. Just being able to stream again. I haven't streamed since round 4. Like I said, I had to go away for a while and do some stuff, and that's why I wasn't able to stream for a while. There was a couple rounds though I could have streamed that I was home for, but I just honestly just didn't even remember. I completely forgot about it, and I just remembered that you know, AMs are on Thursdays, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna stream. So that's why we're here today. I don't know if I'm gonna stream the last round, which is gonna be next week. I have no idea with my schedule, but I'm glad to just be able to get the stream. It's been 5 months already. Crazy to think of that. It's already been 5 months since the last time I streamed. Since round 4. Yeah, so crazy enough, this MXSGP series has been going on for quite some time. Like I said, I streamed at round 4, and that was 5 months ago already. So time honestly flies. It's crazy to think that it's already been half a year since I streamed last, so it's honestly crazy. Like, I can't believe it. But anyways, it's just cool to be back. Nice to be able to stream again. I was actually expecting to be joined by
I think one or two other people, but I think they both ended up just bailing on the last second. So, anyways, I'm just glad to be able to do it again. It's fun. Anyways, though, back to this race. Like I mentioned earlier, Harry needs to beat Seguaz. Seguaz is out front running his race. Like I said, Harry and Seguaz are both gunning for this title. At this rate, mathematically, Cavallaro is not out of this title, mathematically, but with the amount of people that showed up, it would honestly, he would honestly need a full gate to show up and have them two do bad, him do good. But at this rate, Cavallaro is just kind of struggling, so it's like Harry White's struggling too. So unfortunately for Harry and Cavallaro, they're letting Seguaz win this title because, like I said, Cavallaro, he's pretty much locked for third. He's a good bit of ways back, so I don't think he'll end up doing anything for this title at least. So basically, it's down to Seguaz and Harry, and unfortunately, at this rate, Seguaz is going to gain enough points probably just in this moto alone to be able to where he can just cruise for the last three motors of the year. But anything can happen. Like I said, Harry, though, needs to put on a charge. Oh, man, Harry is way back there. Harry is second to last. This is not good at all for him. He's now running behind Kieran Evans, who runs in 10th. Oh, man, this ain't good for him at all. Where is second, actually? Let me see what second is on the track. Yeah, so second's in that section. Harry's all the way back there, so Harry's going to absolutely need to put on a moto of his life if he wants any chance at this title. He needs to at least get up into the top 3 to at least just keep it somewhat manageable and possible. So he's going to need to get on it. Seguaz goes down, though. Not going to affect his lead, though, as Carpentero's not close enough to do anything with it. They're actually coming onto the back of a lapper already. That's Carl Hans Bammer. He's not that far in front of him. I just happened to notice him in the distance. But I'm glad to see though like I've told my other friends before though, is if association or race or whatever this late into a season has at least 20 guys, that's a great turnout. I mean, yeah, like something like RF, they're always bound to get at least 35 guys or more just because it's RF, it's the most known. But for EMF, like I said, I mean, EMF usually averages, in the pro ranks at least, I would have to say anywhere between 20 to 25 guys about every single race. Like, it's always between 20 and 25 guys. And even with the amateurs, like, the turnouts were great today for Open C 250. I mean, yeah, 12 guys, it's light for 450, but I'm glad to see that, you know, there's... Oh, wow. Harry White just DC'd, so... Rip the title. But I'm glad to see, though, that there are still people racing. I mean, like I said, this last 2 rounds, everybody's on the SX grind, getting ready for all-season events, all-season SX stuff. And then I think everyone right now is just kind of trying to get over these last few rounds, just finish off the season. So, like I said, this is, at this right now, I mean, for all these guys, I mean, other than these 450 guys, everyone right now has 2 motos to go the rest of the season. I'm still trying to get my first overall in EMF. I won RF. I won 1-1, but I've yet to actually win an EMF overall. I had a very good chance at UDeval, but a little mishap with a few lappers kind of ruined my chance at that. I went 1-4 there, tied for it, and then WW Ranch, I struggled. I didn't really like that track. I think I got like 5th or 7th overall, or something like that, something stupid. And then this round actually yesterday I went 2-3 for 2nd overall. So I'm trying to get that. I'm trying to get an overall for the end of the season. Like I said, 2 motos left, but sorry for just rambling on here by myself. But there's obviously not too much going on in this race as Harry White's DC'd, and that's pretty much the title right there. I mean, the title is that's pretty much it. So it's gonna be Seguaz getting the title. So congratulations to him. Since this race is a little bit empty right now, I'm actually gonna check real quick and see what the gap is between Cavallaro and White. It's about 50 points. So I think Cavallaro could actually end up getting White. So it'll be interesting to see if White will make a return, maybe to race last moto just to gain points. But either way, though, it's going to be Seguaz's title. So congratulations, Adrian Seguaz. You are the 2017 EMF Racing MXSGP 450 Amateur Class Champion for the XTC Factory team. So hope to see this guy in the pro ranks next year racing, but he's definitely has the title. I think his teammate Amelia Mabrew, I think they're teammates. I think he did the same thing. He was an SX amateur, and he, obviously advanced to the pro ranks, and he's been putting down some good finishes. Same thing with Lee Bradley. Lee Bradley, he was an amateur. He won the 250 title this year. He's moved up to pro, and I think he was already ran a top 5 moto yesterday. So it's cool to see some of these amateurs going to move up into the pro ranks and run top 5, top 10 even. It's really good. So I never really did an amateur. I guess I never really did amateurs too much because I was always, I don't know, I just never really did amateurs. Like, I did a few amateur races, but I never did anything where I was like winning. I'm actually pretty sure I won at pro moto before I won anything. I don't even think I ever won amateurs. Actually, yeah, now that I think about it, I never did win amateurs. I think my best finish was maybe a top 10. So it's just cool to see those guys that are racing in the amateur ranks, advance into the pro ranks and be fast. But what's up, Lewis? I was just talking. Harry White just threw the title away. He just DC'd from this moto. So Adrian Seguaz is your newly crowned 450 amateur title.
Is this Moto 1 or 2?
Title. I don't know why I said title. This is 450 Moto 1.
Well, there's still a next moto if he races in the next week.
Yeah, but the gap was already...
It's only 10 points at the moment before this moto, isn't it?
It's actually like 8 points or 7 points, but I'm crowning him the champion because Seguaz is going to win the moto, and with the reason I'm crowning him champion is because there's only 12 people that showed up for 450. So at this rate, it'd kind of insane to see Seguaz not win this title. So I'm crowning him the champion already because he's gaining 25 points here to Harry's 12. So right there's another double-digit amount of points. So after this race, he'll be up in the 20s. So it would basically take for Adrian to absolutely choke the last round. But like you said, I guess you're right. It isn't over until the fat lady sings. So.
Oh, is she already singing now?
Adrian would have to absolutely throw it away. But we'll see if Harry shows up. Because if Harry doesn't show up, then it's pretty much over. But if he shows up for the second moto, then has a chance. But Theo Carpentier's running a great ride. He's in second. Like I said, everybody should. If you're not in the top 10 this race, you're doing something wrong. So unfortunately for Carl Hans Bammer, who's in 11th, he's doing something wrong. Kieran Evans is the guy that runs up the top 10. Unfortunately, he's beating one guy. Justin Smedley's in 8th, Reese Martin 9th. Cavallaro is actually the guy to probably watch. He has a chance of possibly getting Harry in points, but he's in 7th. Pruvas, we have a little bit of a battle here for the 4th position between Luca and Delestre. Delestre on the inside, possibly. Ooh, very close with him passing Luca. I think Delestre may have made a little mistake in the background. Down after the second tabletop. That's going to allow Delestre to sneak on past. Pruvas is now going to be in a battle with Luca. This is for the 5th spot. Ooh, Pruvas. It's a little bit of a weird kickoff for that single. Jay Turner's found himself in the 2nd, actually. And there's a lapper just came out of nowhere. I'm pretty sure that's that Bammer guy. Could be wrong, though. Could be Kieran Evans. Who knows? That actually, yep, that was Bammer. And he's just causing all kinds of trouble. Oh my gosh. Yep. Carl Hans Bammer's just causing all kinds of problems on the track as he types in chat sorry with 1 R. Kieran Evans is off the side of the track in 10th. He's having a great time, let me tell you. Reese Martin's in 9th, Smedley 8th, Pruvos is now back in 7th, which I think that's what he might have been in. Nope, because Cavallaro went past him. But Luca 5th, Carpenter 4th, Delestray 3rd, Turner 2nd. Seguaz goes down in the lead, but I'm not really sure if it matters. He's gonna end up getting back going here. Over halfway. Like I said, this race, unfortunately, this is, I hate to say it, but this is a boring, very boring race, but,
Yeah.
like I said, there's nothing going on. There's only 12 guys that started the race, and there's 10 only going still, and everybody has about 10 seconds on each other. So, unfortunately, it's not the best race to really stream, but, you know, stick through it. And just get you guys the content and get you guys to be able to actually watch the races back, so you guys have something to do. Seguaz's lead is 20.4. Jay Turner is in 2nd. Delestray is trying to chase him down. He's in 3rd. Carpentier's in 4th. Cavallaro is in 5th.
Hopefully this finishes soon so we can go back in the other Discord.
Why isn't
Less people than earlier.
it? There's still a whole nother motor to go.
I know, but
Carpentier's slowly gaining on Delestray right now for 3rd. Fastest lap of the race right now is Seguaz at 140.3. Just getting his way around this track. They should be looking around 2-3 laps to go. Carpenter almost goes down there going into that turn. Cavallaro gonna get a raise around the turn. Go on board here with Seguaz for a little bit. Let him show us the fast amateur way around the track. See if Seguaz can run a heater for us here. He ran in 144 that lap. See if we can run this lap. Outside there, I'm surprised by that. I haven't seen too many people take it outside, especially somebody of his ability. If Seguaz finishes his lap off, this could be the 142, 143 range. But he messes up a bunch right there. Yeah, it might have dropped. Maybe a 144 again, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Just stretched his lead back out another 10 seconds. So.
always gets a little bit sketchy right there through that rhythm section. So Segua's runs here should be around 44 or 43, I'm thinking. Well, 41. Wow, I didn't expect that actually. I thought those mistakes would have really slowed his lap down, but we'll go on board here with Luca Cavallaro as he chased down the number 4 rider, Antonio Delastray. Running for the... Actually, I'm pretty sure we've had a problem with Cavallaro before because I always say his name wrong. Well, Delastray swaps out, and that's going to be 3rd position for... or 4th position, actually. Carpentier was off the track, so Cavallaro now is going to be trying to chase down Carpentier for the 3rd spot. And actually, just right up in front of them, about a leg's off away, would be Jay Turner. Delastray has another problem. That's going to allow Theo Pruvos to sneak his way past for 5th. Oh my gosh, Pruvos just sent that jump. Delastray's all over the back of Pruvos for 5th right now. Oh, Delastray's getting all out of shape. Somebody's off the track. That would have been a lapper. That would have been Carl Hans Bama. They both kind of messed up the rut there. And Luca's actually coming up into this battle right now. Cavallaro is down. So we're going to have a nice little battle here for the 4th spot between about 4 riders. Yeah, Cavallaro gets back up. He loses actually a spot. Delastray's right in this. Luca's in this. Theo Pruvos through. Pruvos back to 7th. We have a battle, and Cavallaro just did a side flip out of a turn. Not really sure how he even managed to do that. But Cavallaro now has fallen only back from 4th to 7th in a snap of a finger. Delastray still giving chase to... Actually, Luca actually got around Delastray, I think. So... Pruvos slides out. All 3 of these guys are all within an umbrella range of each other. As Luca gets a little sideways through. Delastray gets it pretty clean. He has an inside line. Ooh, I'm surprised Delastray did not give him a little nudge out of the turn. Delastray has the inside here. If he can make it work. Oh, Delastray gets a great drive before the finish line. So he's going to make the pass stick. Luca launches the tabletop. Actually, Luca's going to make a pass stick again. Or is he? Actually, I don't know. He has a middle line. This battle for the 5th rider now is really heating up between Delastray and Luca. Luca has the inside. Delastray went outside. The inside definitely was the faster line there. Delastray had a weird angle going into that turn, but he actually made it work. But he ends up losing back to 5th spot, and these guys are right on the back of Theo. Luca's going to ride the outside. He's not running inside. Luca's going to try to make an aggressive pass. What a pass by Quinot. Luca runs it in deep, launches into the inside, and was able to stick into the rut. But put a great pass onto Theo Pruvos, and unfortunately, Theo Pruvos and Delastray both go down the same turn. Theo gets, oh, Luca goes on right on the single. So this 3-way battle was right back into where it started, as Seguaz has already taken the white flag, as Turner now is taking the white flag. But this battle right now for 4th was going to be, oh, never mind. So unfortunately, Delastray and Luca, oh, Luca is stuck on the side of the jump and can't get back going. Oh, no. Just like that for Quinot Luca, he went from battling for 4th to just trying to hang on to 8th. So out of that whole situation, Reese Martin's the one that actually took the biggest advantage out of all that. He's in the 5th. Seguaz is just getting around the last few parts of the track to finish off this Moto 1 victory. Jay Turner's in 2nd, Carpenter 3rd. Pruvos is in 4th now. Delastray and Cavallaro are within striking range of each other, so
See if Cavallaro can maybe do something with the gap between him and Delestray. But it's going to be Adrian Seguaz bringing home the 450 Moto1 victory here from Assen, and furthermore extending his points lead and possibly wrapping this thing up very shortly. Mathematically, he won't wrap it up, but he definitely will put his finishing touches on this title. So, your Moto1 winner here from Assen in the MX1 class is Adrian Seguaz from XTC Factory. In second place, it's going to be Jay Turner. Jay Turner is going to end up finishing in second place in this MX1 class. And in third, Theo Carpentier is finishing this off. Reese Martin slides out, actually, so now we have a battle for fifth. Delestray is within distance. Cavallaro is falling off the pace, so here we go. Delestray versus Martin for fifth. What are you typing over there, Liz?
Your life story.
Oh, no! Oh, no! Delestray goes down. Cavallaro is going to get past him, so now Delestray is going to lose 2 spots. Possibly 3 with Luca being right there. Kieran Evans comes across the line, then Luca goes down. Delestray is actually still trying to get up. He gets stuck, and Justin Smedley's going to sneak past into 7th. So, what an awful turn of events for Delestray and Luca. They both went from battling for 4th, and they're now back at 8th and 9th. Reese Martin's going to end up coming across in 5th. So, Theo Pruvos gets a 4th. Cavallaro is going to be 6th. Smedley's going to sneak his way past for 7th if he can get around this last turn. And I think he'll be alright now as Delestray goes down. So, I was going to say top 10, but everyone that was in the race, I guess it is top 10. So it's going to be Seguaz first, Turner second, Carpentier third, Pruvos 4th, Reese Martin 5th, Cavallaro is going to be 6th, Smedley 7th, Luca 8th, Delestray 9th, Kieran Evans is 10th, Carl Hans Bammer is 11th, and Harry Wright rage quit at the beginning of the race. That is your Moto1 race here from Assen in the 450 class. Definitely not the most exciting class. Like I said, unfortunately, it's a very light turnout, but like I said, I'm so happy to be able to stream it and get some content up on the channel and for you guys to be able to watch back. Just waiting now for the restart of the motor. See if they can put. I want to see if they can put me in for the second moto. Why not?
Why you keep sniffing?
I'm trying to breathe. You got a problem with that?
Yeah, I do.
I'm trying to get Gatton to throw me in for the race.
Come on now. There's
Forgetting
only,
your apostrophe, God.
yeah. I just want to be. I want to be able to do something. Streaming the 10 riders is kind of not the best and funnest thing to do.
You could always go back to the other Discord.
Nah, I don't really like talking to anybody. No one in there I know.
Wow. Yes, there is.
Who?
The 3 people in there you all know.
Lies.
You...
Oh, they didn't put me in. Oh. Wait, what?
Well, did you enjoy being good for the couple of rounds you were?
Oh, Harry White did come back, actually.
Well, there's no way you're going to carry that speed to SX.
Why is that?
I'm just going to redirect you back to round 6 as always.
I mean, I'm an outdoor guy to begin with, but I'm not saying I'm gonna be fast in SX because SX is really not my thing. I reckon that I should be alright. Just because with how dominant I was in outdoors. Well, the last few rounds, at least. I really wish I would have been able to race Leon when I was like so fast in the game. I really like that shit. I always liked Leon.
You can always go back and play it now.
No. That's one of them things where it's just like, yeah, I'll play it from like a year from now, but like. Alright. Oh, they didn't throw me in. Why not? Alright, whatever. Alright. Second moto here from Assen. Someone jumped the gate. Everyone jumped the gate, and we're getting a restart. What the heck is going on? Okay. Now this is the race. Yep. Alright, second moto and the last moto of the day from Assen. Here in the 450 amateur class, we have 12 guys in the line. Jay Turner tried to jump the gate. Harry White's back for a vengeance, so we'll see if he can, oh my, oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh.
Quinat Luca cut all the way across the track and just completely cleaned out like 2 or 3 people, and Harry White was unfortunately one of them.
Yeah, I just saw that on stream.
And Harry White's always riding a Honda.
It's because it's Harry.
Actually, no, that's not true. He was riding a Husky at one point. He always had. I will say though, Harry always has the sickest privateer setups. I remember that. Oh my gosh, that whip past Theo Carpentier was sick. But remember that one time he was riding like Husky and like he had like a Nike logo and stuff on it. Like I forget the gear he's running. I think he was running 7 gear, but it was a sick setup. Anyways, out front though, Seguaz, as usual.
Oh, did you say a Nike logo?
No, Nike.
That was the same thing, it's just how we pronounce it anyway. That was an Evergood logo on his Husky.
No,
That was
Nike.
before Evergood was actually a thing.
I could have swore it was Nike. Like, definitely tell Harry's definitely trying this race. I think his internet, like as he has in his name, his internet maybe might have died the first moto. That's why he did so bad. I think Reese Martin is having some internet issues actually as himself. If that's just Reese or it's everyone, I'm not too sure. Oh my lord! What just happened to Harry White?
Notice that's all the Brits with internet issues.
Watch the street back what Harry White just did.
Oh.
Kieran Evans is in 4th. What is this?
Kieran Evans is running in his first ever top 5 amateur racing scene. Kieran Evans has to be absolutely sweating this one out. Look at him sitting down through braking bumps. He is feeling the pressure. He's never in his life ever ran better than 27th. He is so nervous right now. He doesn't know what to think. He tries the whip. Oh man, Kieran Evans is saucing it for the fans. He doesn't know what to think right now. He goes off the track. He's going through
Where's
the tires.
Villapoto?
He's off the track. Where's Villapoto? Where's Dungey? Oh no! Oh, the pressure has gotten to Kieran Evans. His mom walked into his room. He's getting yelled at. Kieran is sweating. He's dripping around the house. Oh, the sweat right now off of Kieran Evans' forehead is dripping. It's dripping. It's Justin Smedley. It runs back in last on the ever so slow TM racing bike. Oh man. Unfortunately for Justin Smedley, the TM just does not have the power today like it usually does, but hey, I don't need to be mean or anything. Anyways, Seguaz slides out. Reese Martin now is going to slide past.
You're smiling right now, aren't you?
Oh, Reese Martin for the lead. No, maybe not. I don't know. Oh, Reese Martin just floated up over the jump. Reese Martin just had some internet issues, just like floated up over the jump like an absolute professional. Oh man, Harry White's back in the 5th. Harry's gonna do a nice little double line to the inside. Oh Lord, oh Lordy. Unfortunately for the Jays of the Turner, he went down.
Is Harry running answer?
Reese Martin is having all kinds of internet issues as he's just like floating across the track. Kieran Evans is in Harry's making a pass on Delestray. Yes, Harry is running answer here. Delestray was done looped her. Good pass by Harry. Delestray might have a run here though. He just slid out a little bit. Maybe Harry didn't DC. Maybe he had internet. Maybe he lagged out. I don't know.
You said that in chat.
Oh, I don't have my internet. I don't have a chat up. What did he actually lag out?
Yeah, his internet died.
Rip. I say it's not usually normal for Harry to just DC like that.
Have you not noticed what's in his name?
Oh, I can see that. But I just didn't know. Why'd you just like suck in your breath and then like mute your mic?
I was sneezing.
No. I was so scared. I thought you were like going underwater. I was like, you were just
Yeah,
like,
bro.
listen, you come back. It's just like.
My room's literally a swimming pool right now.
Of what, snot?
Sure.
Yeah, that'd be so gross.
Yeah, let's not imagine that.
Imagine like a swimming pool of just like just like apple juice.
Oh, that wouldn't be too bad.
Alright, what about a swimming pool of like Coke?
Still not too bad.
The only problem with that is like you can't see underwater.
Oh, depends what type of apple juice you got.
No, the Coke.
Yeah, I know, but still, depends what type of apple juice you got if you want to see through the apple juice.
That's true.
I mean, you getting that
What
cloudy
about-
apple?
What about
Or...
a pool of like water? What would that be?
Whoa.
Wow, I mean, like the things right now running through my head are just insane.
What if it was like a pool of custard? You'd be able to like run on the top of it for a while.
Well, that should be pretty sick. Ew. Pool of like.
What is you just think into it in more depth?
Oh, you said custard, so I thought of something else.
Jelly.
Sort of like that.
Black.
Oh, Harry's down. God dang it, Harry.
Isn't it just amazing commentary?
Yeah, I mean, there's not really much to talk about. There's literally 10 guys. There's 12 guys in the race. But unfortunately, oh man, Karen's just having a heck of a time back here. I mean, obviously, I didn't expect this. Oh, come on, Jay Turner. You really have to quit? That's disappointing. Oh, jeez. I don't know who Jay Turner was getting mad at, but he said, "You cunt, die." And then he just DC'd. Poor guy all went from second in the first moto to saying that in chat in the second moto. Seems like a fun time. Karen Evans is thinking, oh, another spot for me. Making my mama proud. I love Reese Martin's lag. Like, just like lags and like float up over a jump or something. It's like so sick.
It's like in gravity.
Yeah, it's literally like what he's riding on now. I'm waiting for the next lag spike for him to just like start floating again.
Out sick, trying to do some SX grind and controller DCs midway through a section.
Oh, he like floated out of the turn. Oh, Harry's actually all over him. I'm on board with Harry White. Oh, wow, that lasted long. Thanks, Harry. Oh, I'm not even halfway into this thing. Either way, Adrian Swaggers is up front. Sagwaz. Not missing this thing. Oh, battle here for third, possibly. Theo is trying to give Harry White a little bit of a run for his money. Although Harry gets the race, he's not gaining points on Seguaz, so unfortunately it's done. I want to point out that my lap time was faster than any of these amateurs today. In my race pace. My race pace.
Yeah, I had an open sea guy 2 seconds faster than me, because you know that's always nice.
I just want to point out, I had a 1:30...
7, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, I had a 1:38 during the race on the 250. Oh my gosh, Harry, you suck. Harry just took out Theo. What are you doing? Poor Theo did not deserve that treatment.
That's debatable. I think I used to race against Theo.
Check the chat a while since there's not much going on.
No, nice, you just tabbed into it on stream.
I'm gonna watch the stream off of this stream. Yeah, it's gonna be lit. Since there's such an amazing race going on right now, let me tell you. Your brother's
Dude,
in
how
here, or is that
delayed are
you?
you? Oh yeah, because my name's Connor Lins, isn't it, Logan?
I know, I always get confused. Why would your brother be in this chat? Wait, unless you're Connor.
We've been over this.
Oh, Kieran Evans with the disconnect. Man, poor Kieran was going to have his first ever top 10. I'm just kidding. He actually got top 10 in the last moto. Carl Hans Ban is just chilling on the side of the track. Justice Medley's running in 9th position. I was expecting probably a rage quit, maybe? I don't know. Alright, so let's think about a topic of discussion. So, MXSGP this weekend, Assen's, Antonio Caroli wrapping up the title, you think?
I don't know, I don't watch it.
Great talk. How about this? What's your thoughts on the like time qualifying for like RF and compared to open qualifying with EMF? Because in Supercross, RF does time qualifying. So what do you think about that?
Is it not just the same thing? You qualify with a time, you go into a heat.
Well, I understand that, but you're only getting like I've noticed over like last year, especially with like the Supercross races, when you only get that hour on the track, it's only usually 45 minutes. You get 45 minutes to learn the track, which it's a lot of time. But the problem is people are so conservative trying to run laps that like there will be people busting out big lines in the races that have never been done before. So like that's why we're like in EMF, you know, everybody already knows the lines, everybody knows what to do. Where in RF, it's honestly a little like interesting, and it also creates a little bit of like just different vibe the whole night because you know you're not able to go on the track 2 days early and try hard, and it changes up. Me personally, I'm actually more of a fan of having the track like throughout like the day and stuff, just because I am one that takes forever to learn the track.
Oh, do you mean how RF only races it, say, an hour before the race?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, I wouldn't be a fan of that.
Yeah, like, I don't know, like, I don't mind it. I mean, it's just that, like, it takes me a little bit to learn the tracks. I mean, yeah, there's some tracks I can get on and I'm, like, good, but, like, with Supercross, it's just weird. It's just hard because, like, you know, you only get a certain amount of servers. I mean, there's usually a bunch. Like, there's usually enough servers. Like, it was fine last year, but, like, you know, if someone ruins your lap and you can't get another lap, like, it's going to be tough, but... You know, the top guys will run their laps. I mean, me personally, I don't consider myself a top guy at all in Supercross. I consider myself somewhat decent at outdoors, but for Supercross, I'm not a huge fan of the whole time thing. I mean, I remember last year, I couldn't even qualify into the night show. It took me 2 weeks just to qualify into the night show. I didn't make it round 2 or round 3. And then at round 4, I made it. And then round 5, I qualified 40th. And barely made it. So it's just like... I guess it's just one of the things. It's just kind of like it's just hard. But I don't know. It's interesting to see. It was cool to see though. Like the racing actually was always good too. Seguaz just checked out with this thing right now. He's got 13 seconds over Reese. Theo Carpentier's way back. There's no battles going out on the track right now. And Harry White's DC'd again. And there's the title. Alright, next topic of conversation. What is your opinion on the Monster Energy Cup track, Lewis?
Approved.
I don't know, it seems like it's going to be an interesting time. As there's nothing going on in this race, let me just go ahead and pull up a picture of the track.
I definitely think it's cooler than their other tracks. You know, like previous years.
Go and pull up a picture of this track. So we'll open up this. So right there's a picture of the track. As you see here, the start's here, goes around, you turn here, and the start's weird. I mean, like the whole finish line section's weird. Like a little step up, double up a hill, back down. The Joker lane, I'm still trying to figure out how the whole Joker lane works. I'm so confused on how that works. I don't know. Like, are you got like it? How's that working? Like, do you go around here and then jump out here? But like, if you do that, then that's just like 10 times faster than, you know, the actual section where I thought the joke lane's supposed to be way slower.
Um.
You know what I mean? Like, you're seeing what I'm seeing, right? You hit the Joker lane, and you just jump right back out.
Well, what I'm seeing is on the right start straight, where obviously you'd come down it and then go back towards the finish. Would you just stay on the right side and go through it?
I don't know. Like I said, it's a very confusing layout. Like, it took me a while to figure it out because I thought this was just like the start line or something. I kept thinking the finish line was actually coming down the hill and you were going up the sand. But I figured out earlier when I looked at my phone that it's actually, this is a step up, double, around, goes down the hill, hit the sand, double. Very interesting layout for the Monster Cup. So I would love to see it in Sin this year. Hopefully it's a thing that they decide on doing.
I actually just remembered in the DRT chat earlier, I sent a video of the track layout, the track map that Monster Energy posted, where they actually take you in a first person onboard type thing that they do around the track.
All right. Back to this race. 17 and a half minutes into this thing. It's still Seguaz out front. Reese Martin's still actually keeping him at bay. It's not completely checked out yet. They have a huge lead over Theo, Luca, Delestray. Everyone's super spread out. Smedley is gaining in on the 7th spot. As Seguaz is just slowly, or just getting his way around this track. Go ahead and actually send that video real quick to me over Discord, and I want to watch it. Show it on stream, since we just talked about it. So, like I said, though, love to see this. I would love to see the Monster Cup race in sim, as I don't think it's happened. Well, recently. I mean, I don't remember if it happened last year. I have a video here of the track. Watch it. Alright, so let's see what this thing's all about. I should probably mute the sound because I don't know if it's copyrighted.
Probably will be, but
Whatever.
nothing's opened on stream yet.
Oh, wow. Looks. I feel like that's gonna be like super tight.
There's nothing on stream. You're just looking at EMF page.
Oh, really? It doesn't show the video? Oh, whatever.
Yeah, your mouse is just moving around.
Wow, this track is sketch. Well, the stream is black. Well, yeah, well, it's about as interesting as the 450 race right now going on. Oddly enough, the back section, like out in the woods, or yeah, the woods, that made sense. The back section behind the stadium is literally the exact same as last year, but like reversed.
Look what Jeremy just said.
Alright, well, on Facebook?
Yeah.
My phone's dead. I gotta go get it then. But hold up. So, this track is very interesting. Jeez. All right,
Oh
so
wow, the
Joker
Toyota
lane.
and Monster Energy are racing.
Yeah, so like the Joker lane's way faster this year.
Oh, that sand section into the double and the downhill looks pretty sick.
Yeah, so the Joker lane's faster.
Makes sense.
It is. Like, I don't know why though.
So which one goes through the Joker lane, Toyota or Monster Energy?
I'm sorry. I know it froze, but deal with it. Oh, open up. Sorry, Harry. But yeah, that video, the Monster Energy track, something else.
It looks pretty sick this year.
Yeah, it's
If they have
definitely
the hillish terrain like it was in the video, it would be cool.
I'd love to see that in sim. Like I said, it was disappointing we didn't have it last year. I mean, yeah, we had the Hagney race, but I mean, it wasn't really.
Oh wow, that is a lot faster.
The what? The Joker lane?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. They like try to like slow down the freaking Toyota air. Really, Logan?
You can see they tried to slow
Yeah,
down
you can
the
see
logo.
It's like he tried to hit. It's like he hit a patch of sand, just like hit the brakes.
Hmm.
I don't know. Either way, we're going to the last lap for Seguaz, Harry White's rival. That he's letting him get the title because Harry doesn't know how to go straight, unfortunately.
Still showing EMF page.
Oh, really?
Yep. Did you break it?
How about now?
There you go.
Alright, well, anyways, we're back. But, Seguaz should be on his last lap here. Reese Martin is in second. Carpentier third. Luca fourth. Cavallaro's trying to catch Luca. They're actually getting lapped by your race leader, jeez.
Oh my gosh, Carl Hans Bammer just crashed on straight away.
I'm playing your second favorite track after round 6.
Wait, actually, I don't know. My favorite or like my least favorite? Because I hate round 6.
Well, it was sarcasm, so which one do you hate after round 6 the most?
Atlanta.
Wrong, because I know your answer.
I actually don't know. Which one is it?
Good old Oakland.
I didn't mind Oakland. I just choked.
Yeah, until you went from first, what was it, second to 11th in a lap.
Yeah, fucking clutch cover broke.
Harry,
Anyways.
you doing 250 or 450 in pros?
Oh, come on, Adrian. Just get to the finish line. Really? You're gonna stop? What are you doing, guy?
Black flag.
Black flag him! Come on, let's go. Get to the finish line so I can finish up the stream. There he goes. Adrian Seguaz, your Moto 2 winner and your 1-1 overall winner on the day. In the MX1 class, Reese Martin's gonna end up getting a second. Carpentier stopping, doing wheelies in third. Delastree is going to get fourth. Cavalera's down in fifth. Luca's going to get him. This supposed to be the battle on the tracker now for fifth between Luca and Cavallaro. Cavallaro goes down, and that is the end of the stream. Because nothing's going to end up happening. That's pretty much it. So your your race. Seguaz first, Reese Martin second, Carpentier third, Delastree fourth, Luca fifth, Cavallaro sixth, Justice Medley seventh, Theo Pruvas eighth, Carl Hans Bammer, I'm not really sure if he's going to get him, I don't think he is, Harry White 10th, Kieran Emmons 11th, Jay Turner 12th, and I'm in 13th, so shout out to me for top 15. But that's actually pretty much it. So yeah, definitely, like I said, it was kind of a boring day for the 450s. I mean, it's definitely some fun racing, though, in the other classes. But I was glad to stream again. Until next time, though, I am signing out. Peace.